marital quarreling all through the night, yeah. Drew and Laura, a meeple grande, no small meeples in the meeple grande crew, yeah, yeah. It's meeple grande. It's meeple grande. Meeple grande in the longboat through the English Channel to the castle moat, yeah. A meeple grande. Better watch out when they come a-raiding along the shoreline. Gonna have no place but to throw and shout. Drew and Laura, marital quarrel, playing the border games. Meeple grande. Drew and Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. Drew and Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. And Laura, playing the border, marital quarreling. Meeple grande. marital quarreling all through the night, yeah. Drew and Laura, a Meeple Grande, no small meeples in the Meeple Grande crew, yeah, yeah. It's Meeple Grande, it's Meeple Grande.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, you're already.
No, let's go to the.
This truck has been like.
There was like some sort of motorcycle or something going by earlier.
This is a noisy neighborhood now that we've been here for a few months. Super. Oh, there we go.
Well,
I kind of called it.
yeah.
I kind of called it.
Phantom says 3 more months until you have a sub baby. That's not our dog.
So,
I've lost Elmo. Alright, come on. Give me baby.
how'd you lose Elmo? He's always been there.
He needs to resub. Alright. Alright. Are you gonna be good or are you gonna have to go away? You can choose. Which one do you want to do?
Hype train, guys. Jeez.
Hype train?
Yeah, wow. Thank you guys so much for that.
Hey Ryan, thanks for the bits.
Sub expired. Oh, well, yeah, it happens.
I lost the rest of Leo.
Huh?
I lost the rest of him. Come here. Put your collar back on.
Something's weird here.
What?
The 5th deck had only 3 cards.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't do anything wrong because I split them up into 5. That was weird. Did I do that wrong?
I mean, I hadn't been watching you. I know that you gave us our cards and everything.
Did anyone see what I was doing? You saw that, right? That last deck that I had only 3 cards in it. So one of them is the...
Are you sure that those weren't the pandemic cards?
No, I was pretty sure. I didn't put anything on top, right? Oh no, what is going on? Yeah, see, so that was weird. Okay. What did I do? You know what? We're not going to know these are coming up.
No.
So it doesn't even matter. So how are you guys doing? What is going on? How is the world treating you guys today? Because the world is not treating us too great here in this game.
Yeah.
So let's tally up our wins and losses here. January, at the start of our campaign, we won the first game. Okay, amazingly. Second month in February, first game, we won again. Could it have been a fluke? Probably.
It was giving you a fossil.
Wind cycled 30 kilometers today. Nice one, man. Yeah, I feel like this deck is really light. Like, man, I don't know. So February went, we won. March came along, and that's where the problems started coming up.
When I was born.
Our first game in March, we lost. Our second game, we also lost.
Yep.
Yeah, so from there, we had to continue the story into April, where we did lose again. I believe that day was the epic loss. We came really close, and then it came to that final
Yeah.
phase, and then that's it. Spoiler alert. And then we played the late game in April, and we won again. So here we are in May.
We didn't have to open the bad box.
We didn't have to open the bad box. 4 losses in a row will knit you that box. Mysterious box. I wonder what is in it. I don't ever want to find out, though.
Well, we'll see.
Phantom says, can't complain yet. Well, good. Good.
Finally got some game time in with Phantom again. I played a few games on BGA. I played with Time Roller.
Yeah, I played with Time Roller last night. I actually stayed up pretty late, but I slept really good because I won a game of Champions in Midgard. So why wouldn't I sleep good?
Time Roller said, "Did you check the wreath?"
Look centered. I know. I spent a lot of time on this camera today, making sure that it's perfectly centered with that, because that's the only thing I can see that helps.
What's gonna happen when we take the wreath down?
But then I'll have to focus on the dice that are back there.
Yeah.
You see that little triangle of dice right there? I'm pointing
good
to.
with that.
Oh, these are crappy. Did you give me this?
You gave me both of the hands, and I grabbed the first hand, which was this, and that's why I said, obviously, I got the bad hand, because this would have helped you more than that's going to help you.
Oh, yeah, you screwed me on that one.
Yeah. Yay, we get emotes.
Cool, what did we get from that?
I got a cat.
You got a kitty cat?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. Hype sleep? What is that?
Yeah, it's a little sleeping kitty.
Oh, that is a
Choo-choo sleep.
That is a Time Roller emote, if there
I know, right?
ever is one. That has been made by you.
Choo-choo.
Okay. Alright, so let's go.
I did not sleep well last night. The dog was in the middle of the bed cuddling Drew like a baby.
Yeah.
Had no space.
So guys, thanks again for that hype train. That was pretty cool.
We all had to like resub at the same time.
Yeah. Alright. So is there anything I know in 2 weeks we are gonna be at Tantrum Con. So we probably...
2 weeks we're also going to be doing a big stream.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream. And
are we still announcing it's 24 hours?
I don't know.
Okay,
how about the almost 24-hour stream?
I don't know if I physically wrote it in writing that it's going to be 24 hours. I may have.
How about
we'll see.
How about the Grande stream? The Grande board game stream. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure out something. I'm supposed to be figuring this out because, in 2 weeks
yeah,
it's going to happen.
So big stream coming up with that.
And that'll be our last stream for February because we're not going to be here the rest of February.
Yeah, I was sort of getting to that point. So we're going to be at Tantrum Con after we do our big, giant Grande stream. And then we won't be back streaming until March. So that's gonna be a thing. Hopefully we'll have a whole bunch of pictures. We'll do a sort of Tantrum Con stream, sort of showing pictures and stuff if we can. This is gonna be our first con, so it's gonna be really important.
Extra grande.
Extra grande. 24 hours now.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I said it. We still have to figure out the times and stuff. We have time, but we're going to be playing a whole bunch of games. Some big games, some little games, some digital games, and we are going to have Discord open during certain times for you guys to jump in and play digital games or even games on the table. So that's going to be fun, and it's going to be a just jump in, jump out sort of thing. You don't even have to.
You don't have to be here the whole time.
Yeah, but we are going to have scheduled times where we will have Discord open, so it's not going to be open throughout the whole stream, because that would just be crazy madness.
I mean, we can just be playing something randomly at 2 a.m. in the morning on the table, and then people jump in and jump scare us.
That would be something.
It's like, wake up!
Oh man, I lost track of what I was saying. So yeah, March. We will be back in March. So
Because we'll be doing that 24-hour thing on a Sunday, which will lead into Monday.
wait, are we doing it on a Sunday?
Yeah, we're doing it on a Sunday.
You sure? Because
Absolutely.
I have to work on Monday.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh wait,
don't.
no, that's after the con, isn't it?
You told me you had off.
No, what day did you say? Because we have to really figure this out. We'll figure it out after. It's gonna be on a day that I'm off.
You told me that you had off the 20th through the 3rd.
No, that's not what I told you. So that is miscommunication right there.
No, it's on your part because I asked you.
No, I gave you the days. It's not my fault you didn't listen to me.
Doggy
So there.
Are you awake down there, doggy? He's
No.
like, no.
He'll be awake soon.
So what days are you working that week?
I cannot see them right now. I have to go into my associate app to look at that. I can't do that right now. It's going to take 20 minutes for me to even log in.
Well, if you start now, then we'll know in 20 minutes.
No, we will announce the specific date that we're going to do this. So,
Because I could have swore it was a Sunday.
no, I have to work my normal week until my first day off. So that would not be the Sunday prior to Tantrum Con. It would have be Sunday after Tantrum Con.
Well, I'll do it after.
But yeah, if you're thinking it's just Sunday after Tantrum Con, then yes, that's one of the days that I'm off. But prior, no.
29th, 30th there. Well, I mean, he's trying to tell me that that's not happening.
That's
now.
what? How is everyone?
Everybody wants to know when it's happening.
Look, we can. You know what? We'll talk about it. We have a game to play. We will talk about it. Where was I?
We're going
the heck was I
play a
saying?
game.
Yeah. Let's get to the table. There's nothing else we need to talk about, right?
No, we were just talking about streams when I thought they were going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
I'm glad I hadn't put out dates already because I'm pretty sure.
No, I would have seen it and went, hey.
I'm pretty
this
sure
is
it's in
not
our
gonna
Discord.
happen. Well, you're gonna have to change it. You should also be informed that there are only 28 days in February.
Yeah, that's why Phantom said the 29th and 30th.
I mean, all right, hold on. You know what? We'll start the game and then I'll look through and tell you guys exactly when. There's 28 days in every month, Phantom.
Oh my gosh. Stop!
He got you there. All right, here we go.
No, but Phantom specifically said we're going to do it on the 29th and 30th of February, which they're not days.
I know. Okay, so we haven't set anything up yet as far as infections yet because we have to go and read the cards.
All right, my turn.
So no, let's go ahead and
Please,
do this.
no.
Draw this card before you set up your first game. Too late. We're already set up.
What?
Oh, we're opening stuff.
Remember that part where I didn't want to move today?
Well, I gave you the option of picking a different game.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. I specifically said, hey, if you don't feel like playing Pandemic, then we can play
It's not
something
that I
else.
don't feel like playing, so I don't feel like playing. Go.
Alright, so the situation has intensified. The Fated are spreading faster than we calculated. Of course. Why would they not?
Maybe they took a nap.
Anyone who's watched a movie or any type of documentary knows that if you have a virus that deadly and that scary, it's going to spread out of control. It doesn't take a scientist to tell you that.
I'm not a scientist, I'm a medic.
Well, I am a scientist. And I told everybody. I said, look at this Fated. They're going to spread everywhere and nobody listened.
It was a zombie word.
Countries are hesitant to turn troops on their loved ones. Okay, I get it.
We'll see.
We need to control their spread or the world will go into darkness. Don't let the other diseases grow unchecked or we'll have an end world situation. Also, as our most knowledgeable team, we need you to complete 3 objectives this month. They obviously don't know who we are.
Have they met you?
They don't know our team.
Maybe they're gonna add dice to the game just to make it more difficult.
Oh no. Okay, so the first thing to open is P.
Everybody drop your PPs in chat.
No. It's only 1 P. It's not 2.
Is there an easy mode?
No, there's no easy mode.
That's what Wim asked.
Okay, so my days off are the 22nd all the way through March 2nd.
The 22nd? Well, we're definitely not doing it that day.
22nd to March 2nd.
Oh,
There you go.
we're definitely not doing it.
There's no way I could have told you otherwise because it's on my app.
Can't do it the 22nd.
Yeah. What does P say?
Accelerated incubation. When drawing player cards, first check if any city cards drawn match the color of Coda. Place a faded figure in each of the matching cities.
What?
If this would place a 4th figure, it is ignored and not placed. No outbreak occurs, and no quarantine marker is removed.
Are you kidding?
No,
Drawing player? That's these cards.
I know. That's why it said to do the
These
things
city
before we
cards.
drew cards.
Drawn, match the color of Coda. Place a faded figure in each of
Well,
the matching cities.
There's 3 red cards in your hand. Let's start placing them.
No. That doesn't count.
Why?
That doesn't count.
Why?
Because we're drawing player cards during the game. This isn't during the game. This is setup.
But the card said before setup.
Oh my god, you're gonna really do this?
What? Play by the rules? Yes.
It doesn't say
Where is the starter card?
the what?
The card that has all the little numbers and things on it that I'm getting ready to draw. Where'd that card go?
It's right here in front of me.
Okay.
I don't think
Because it says draw this card just before you set up your first game in May.
Yeah, but I don't think that it's considering this is the setup.
This is setup.
Okay, but this is just changing the rules now. I'm not.
Alright, Ryan and Phantom and everybody else that's played.
Skip them rules, baby.
No! It literally says on the card.
It says when drawing player cards. We have not drawn player cards.
Okay. I'll let you play by your rule.
That's the wording on there. When
Okay.
drawing player cards. We are not drawing player cards.
What's
This
the
is the
question?
setup.
The question is, with this card here that says stop, draw
Accelerate.
this card
Ugh.
just before you set up your first game in May, and it tells us what to pull. With this card, does it mean the starting cards that we pull, or when we start pulling cards?
It says when drawing player cards.
Okay.
The setup doesn't count as drawing player cards.
Okay.
For it to be done during setup would make the game significantly harder.
Then why does it say before setup?
I think you're making this a little more difficult than it's.
So
It should be.
setup should be done in order. Drawing players' cards is step 5 in setup. That's why it said to draw before. And Time Roller is saying the same thing, but you did draw your player cards during setup.
Okay, but that. Alright, fine.
If you don't want to play by the rules, then we can play a different game, but that's what it says.
No, go ahead, put them on there.
I don't know what city cards you have.
Sydney, Shanghai, and Tokyo. All right, so hold on a second, because this is being placed under the draw cards step.
Yeah.
After doing 4 actions, draw the top 2 cards. This is where this is going.
Okay.
So doing it during setup is wrong to me.
All right, then we're not gonna do it during
Because
setup.
this rule
All right, then we're not doing it.
is being put under the draw cards step.
Okay.
But if you want to play that way...
No, you're right. What's the next one we have to pull? 20?
Some legacy events will affect your setup. Yeah, some of them have already done that. But the way I see it is if this sticker is being placed in the book under the draw cards action, then that should not count the setup. Because this is going to affect us during the normal game for sure. Because if this sticker was placed in the setup section, then that would be different. I would say, okay, it's during setup. But you know what? I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just saying that the sticker was put in the player turn section. So I'm seeing it as something that should be done on your turn. No, this does not affect your setup. Drew is correct.
Alright, the new sticker is cannot be treated or cured. Place faded figures instead of cubes. Convert infected cities to faded cities. Add a faded figure when drawing a player card matching the code color.
Okay. So was that number 20?
Yeah.
That was just a sticker for that. And then we have to pull H. I mean, geez, that would be crazy if that was during setup.
Then they need to go back and change the card because it says before setup.
Yeah, it should say before playing your first game.
Alright, H is if your current region has a military base, you may spend 1 action to place roadblocks on as many routes as you want out of your current city. Diseases and fate cannot spread due to outbreaks along routes cut by a roadblock.
Oh wow. We get some roadblocks now. So these are little red blocks, I'm guessing. Current region has a military base. You may spend 1 action to place roadblocks on as many routes as you want out of your current city. So this stops outbreaks. Wow. Okay, so that's going in H, wherever that is. It's right here on the big page. So this game has given us more and more stuff to do, more actions to take. Okay.
This is the next one.
This is I. If a city is completely roadblocked off, do not mark an outbreak on the outbreak track when it outbreaks, since none of the adjacent cities are affected. Make sure to increase the panic level, however. Does that mean on the city that's roadblocked or on the city that outbreaks?
And when I pulled that off, it says I can open package 4.
So players may no longer drive ferry along a route containing a roadblock unless they discard a card of the same color as the city they are entering. Are you? Oh man. This game gives and takes. So to pass a roadblock, you have to discard a card of the same color as the city you're entering. So you basically have to have papers to enter the city. Have to have paperwork. Bored at home. Hey, it's been a while. How are you?
Hey.
What's been going on, man?
I always tend to miss your guys' streams because it's right after D&D, and I've been on camera for 3 hours, and I'm tired. I need to start coming back in there and watching you guys, though.
You guys hear that scary chainsaw sound?
What's next letter?
That was I. Next one is 42. So here are the little roadblock pieces. They're cardboard. And I'm guessing they go along the routes here. Yep, I'm just always busy, not catching as many streams as usual.
Yeah, I know.
It happens.
Let's go on our things. Action cards.
Yep. Alright, so these are additional actions we get to place on our cards. So I'll go ahead and take one.
For anybody that has not followed Board at Home, go and give them a follow. That's Chris, and TJ is also on the show. They're pretty awesome streamers that stream Thursday nights.
Hasn't TJ been out of town? Because I swore that he posted some pictures
in a plane.
In an airplane.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been
Thank you, Phantom.
I've been on a plane.
What's next?
Okay, we did 42, 25. 25. There's a lot to open up here. And we have to do all 3 objectives this month, so hurrah.
Hey, maybe we're gonna get more objectives. Oh, we'll get more relationships.
Relationships. Start your turn in the same city as a friend. You may look at but not rearrange the top 2 cards of the player. Don't we have those already? When a rival plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick it up. Yeah, we have these already. These are repeated.
No, I mean,
I wonder if that's normal, or if they're like, oh, you know what? They're probably dead by now. They need more of these.
Fort Homestead. Yeah, TJ was out last week, so I didn't stream by myself. I mean, solo streaming isn't terrible. You've done it before.
I mean, you could have had you on here once or twice.
Yeah.
Or 3 times.
That's nice.
If you wanted. 26. Team Achu.
Panic. That's gotta be you.
Yeah, that's Panic. Is that a reference to something?
No, it just sounds like something Panic would say.
Family members. If you start your turn in the same city as a family member, you gain 1 extra action. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, we've had that before too.
All right, yeah. So
they're expecting people to be.
They're assuming that we have maybe died by now. All right, so that's.
Chris says, "Yeah, I need to do more. I decided to go out last week and said there's nothing wrong with going out at all. I've seen some of the pictures that you and your wife have posted."
Okay, so we've got a card to turn over.
Mm.
Objective. Quarantine 7 Fated Cities. Fated Cities. These quarantines must be in place at the end of the game for this objective to be met. And this has to be met because it is red. This is a must. So we have to do this one.
Well, then put it in the second slot instead of the fourth because I'm not going to pay attention to it.
Second instead of the fourth?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move these over. Yeah, anything that's red is importante.
We are also trying to set up a stream in March with Wacky Tobacco and his wife to do a couples stream.
Couples stream. We haven't done one of those.
That's what I was telling them,
forever.
that we haven't done one in forever. It's going to be on a weekend in March, though. So.
Couples stream is...
We did one with Drew and Lydia.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our first one that we did.
And we've been talking about getting one with Phantom and his girlfriend.
We've got a Colonel Sanders.
Some kill somebody so we can be him.
As an action, remove a faded figurine from your city if there's a military base in your region. Oh.
Well, I mean, one of us is bound to die eventually.
You may drive ferry across roadblocks without spending a card. You need 2 additional cards of the disease color to discover a cure. Okay, so that's your
flaw.
That's your flaw right there.
Well, I mean, would it be a flaw for you though?
I mean, if you need 6 cards, that means that's nearly your whole hand.
Yeah.
That's nearly a whole hand just to... Okay, do not draw any more cards at the end of the first game in May before selecting your game end upgrades. Open the following door and then draw this card. Ooh.
It's a what now?
At the end of your first game in May.
Okay.
So before selecting your game end upgrades, you open the following door. So that's door 8, and then you draw this card.
Okay.
So that's gonna be.
Panic says I have a large stuffed bear. If you want me and a couple stream, you and the bear are gonna be the couple. Aww.
I mean, we can do a stream with you and Pansy. I mean, you guys are a couple of crazies. I mean, that counts.
Yeah.
Love
Chris.
Pandemic Legacy, but it's so hard to remember all the new things introduced each time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot happening. Okay.
So we have to do 2 of the 3 there?
We have to do 2 for sure.
We have to do 3 of the 4 then.
Yes.
Okay.
But 2 of them are a must. So we have to do the first 2.
Yeah.
The other ones are optional. We can do either or. Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Yeah, we're both at pretty equal crazy. Yep. I saw that little clip you guys had of the dance break.
Yeah, during the movie stream on Friday.
It was pretty cool. I want to try to maybe do a stream with Anthony because he really likes Clue. And that's a classic game. I want to see if I can stream that with him one day.
You do it during the 24-hour thing.
Yeah, we could do that. Like a classics section. Just like a little
He likes
classic.
Similo.
Yeah. I am not good at it, so he'll probably get mad at me.
He's looking at you currently.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I mean, it doesn't.
Do you want to roll dice to see who goes first, or do you want chat to choose who goes first, or guys, who do you want to go first? You guys choose. We've been choosing the past couple of games.
Well, we haven't played out anything, so I kind of need to know what the setup's going to be.
I don't know. We still have to set it up. It's fine, but that'll give us time to figure out.
Oh! Press start now. Drew.
That was cool.
I forgot that you changed that. I hadn't heard it yet.
That was really cool. That was a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. I like that. Oh, Baghdad is getting 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Right there.
Alright.
Alright, so Phantom chose me.
Also, remember the black disease. You can discover a cure for this disease with one fewer cards.
Yeah,
now.
so for me, I get to do it in 3 cards.
So I'm gonna be useless again this game.
We always choose based on who can make a good move.
Yeah.
At this point, we're both scarred heavily.
We both have double scars. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm the medic, so I can remove 3 cubes at a time, but if I'm not in a good place...
Beijing is
that's
getting
not good.
3. No, that's not good at all. Give me those creepy
How many
things.
stickers do I need?
You don't need any stickers.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
The green
Is
circle.
it just a regular green one?
Yeah, the regular green circle. Asia's almost completely covered in...
Which is really gonna suck for that one where we have to have a quarantine 7 faded cities.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Boom. Alright, so that's card number 2 already. Chennai getting 3.
It's block, right?
Yeah, that's over here. That stuff you have on smells like Lucky Charms marshmallows.
I need to get some more before she closes up shop because I love the smell of this stuff. It makes me feel good.
It does this.
Great.
It smells like Lucky Charms marshmallows, which is good. It brings a childhood, Okay.
I want ice cream now.
Man, what is with this one? Istanbul's getting 2. Right there. Gross. Sydney is getting 2 and a sticker. Is there anything that happens when all of the red cities get...
I mean, I kind of don't want to find out because we're down to like 1 city if that's a thing.
Yeah. So to me, these cities are hives for these faded. So that's kind of gross.
So what this telling me is never go to China or Australia. Is this
But
2
go to-
cubes or 1?
2. 2 yellows. All right, so here come the number 1s. Yeah, we've got 3. Okay. Shanghai. Oh my god, it's another sticker. Dude.
That's why I said we only have 1 more place that doesn't have a sticker.
Oh man.
Oh. Which month are we on?
May.
May. And we just got a raid.
The Walls 216, thanks for the raid. Somebody shout, that's a Shanghai, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody shout them out. What were you guys doing over there?
Phantom says nothing you need to be concerned with yet. If all reds or others become faded. Thank you, Phantom. Just curious, I don't remember what happens when. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of hell.
You don't remember what happens? Good. I mean, so this is a surprise to you too, then.
Oh, they were playing more Spirit Island. We haven't played that one, right?
No, we have not. It's super colorful. Algiers is getting 1. Alright,
Algiers is right there beside Istanbul.
1 more, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Shanghai, Los Angeles.
Phantom
Okay.
says, no, I know what happens. It's a spoiler. Oh, no! No!
I'm assuming that aliens are going to come down, and then Time Roller's going to be at our table playing this game with us and yelling at me the whole time. No. Things are going to get...
Time Roller's gonna teleport here and be like, no, you're doing it wrong, Misty. He came in the game of King Domino today and was like, Misty, did you try to teach this to yourself because you're doing terrible? And then I won. I mean, I know what happens. I just can't remember when things happen. Okay. When you guys played, what was your Coda city or Coda section? What color was it? Do you remember that? Phantom's was blue. Ours is red. I can't remember what Ryan said his was. I'm always curious. I think personally I would hate it if it was in yellow. Ours was red. Oh, okay. So,
I really...
Oh, Ryan's was yellow.
I've heard that blue is the worst possible one, but at the same time...
Blue is, like, really spread out. Like, it would be hard to get everywhere.
Yeah, at the same time...
At least red's all together.
Yeah, like, yellow and blue are in two different parts of the world. At least red over here is just in this little section. So that's
blue
cool.
absolutely sucked.
I believe it.
Alright, so now...
Okay, so...
Phantom says you have to go first.
Yeah, Phantom wanted me to go first.
Wow.
I think I should do what I always do and take a charter flight to here. And then...
You're just going to hang out and red all the game?
No.
Yeah, because, I mean, we have to have quarantines...
Yeah.
7 faded cities.
Yeah, we totally do, but...
And it has to be there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
7 have to be there.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck.
I know, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But if you remember, I can travel without discarding a card. For now. Until I die.
Yeah.
So... I mean, I could go to Sydney, Shanghai, or Tokyo. I don't want to go too crazy here. But I do want to I do want to protect this.
Yeah.
For sure. Because this is the last place that has no sticker. Yes, and that is our research station. I don't want anything to happen to it. So I'm going to fly here. 1 action. 2 actions to place that there. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to Hong Kong for 3. And then place this down for 4.
Yep.
Alright. I hate that we have to put these guys out now by drawing cards. I hate that. I don't think that's cool at all.
So anytime we draw a red card, we have to place the person on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't cause outbreaks, I believe.
Yeah.
I think you ignore it if you have to place a 4th. But it's still going to be messy. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing bad has happened. So let's go ahead and infect. Mexico City is getting 1. And London. Okay, we're heading into there. Alright, this is not bad.
I can't move closer to the table. The fat one is under me. He's like literally right here.
Alright.
He's behaving though.
He's probably asleep.
He is really asleep.
Which is gonna be scary when he does end up barking.
Like that? Why do you do that? You like jinx yourself. He's like, I was asleep. Why did you wake me up? Why is that so mean?
That scared the crap out of me.
Why is that so mean?
Oh, jeez. I jumped and I knew it was coming, too.
Go to your room. Go to sleep. Don't you know me?
Oh, my chest.
Go lay down like a good boy.
I called it for sure. I am so sorry, guys, if that scared you. But feel our pain.
Your pain. He was asleep keeping my feet warm.
He knows how to open the door.
I know.
He's like a velociraptor.
Leon, no velociraptor in the kitchen. Come here.
Come here, bud.
I'm awake.
Come here. See, we tried to block the window off with chairs, and he just uses his massive wrecking ball head to move the chairs over.
I know there's a window here, Mom. No. No, push the chair.
Chris says I'm awake.
Come on. You're waking on people at work.
Yeah, dude. You were just sitting there, and I had to open my mouth.
He did. Mommy was talking about how good you were. You was a good boy. Go back to sleep and keep my feet warm. Thank you.
I feel bad for anyone with like
headphones on.
Well, headphones, yeah, for one, but other dogs in their house that are hearing our dog bark and then start barking because they heard our dog bark.
Apparently, Leo does that all the time. All right,
oh,
so
man.
now can I take my turns now that he's keeping my feet warm again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phantom threw out the bark scare.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I can still do that.
Okay.
You stay there. Alright, draw me some cards.
Cartoon? Oh, type. No, that's not happening.
Because there's a thing there?
Because,
Is that how that works?
yeah, anytime
Okay.
a token needs to be placed there, if that's there, then it doesn't get put on there.
Well, I'm getting rid of this card because it's an even number and
Wait, the player deck is in the wrong space.
I don't know. I've got a wound or a scar or whatever where if I have an even number, I have to get rid of
Yeah.
the card.
And if a epidemic card comes up, then
I have
you
to
also
get rid
have to discard a card. Okay, so let's hit it.
Phoenix says this dog was, or the show was really something until that dog took over. No, I love my baby.
Washington is getting 1.
You said Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Like, this is the absolute worst freaking... I'm done.
Is there another sticker that comes out? Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
I saved it once, and then this stupid card came out. Oh, man. Alright, well, there you go. All the reds.
Stickers!
Man, it's okay. I can still save it.
And Bread of Fallen.
Yeah. Yep. I knew it was...
We literally had 2 places when we began this place that didn't have a sticker.
Look,
so it was going to happen.
the odds that the Taipei card was going to come out from the player deck and then get pulled from the
Now
infection
just don't
deck.
Outbreak. Because it's going to be bad. Alright. Weird turn.
And that sucked. Like, what are the odds of that? So is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna move here for 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'm trying to make my way up there, so that way I can go ahead and do that one.
Well, just remember, try to get black cards because you technically only need 3.
Yeah, and you only need 4.
Yeah, I'm just reminding you because
Yeah.
that's a new rule for this game.
Oh. What the hell, man? It's gonna totally confuse us now every time we draw cards.
I don't want to dance.
We got Chicago. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of these. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only have to get rid of 1. Okay. Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Phantom did not pay for that. That's panic. I had to really look. I was like, Phantom never does that. They're
Okay.
trying to get me to eat dog treats, Chris. I talked myself into a bad situation.
Cairo's getting 1. Alright, we have to go.
We, as in, I need to.
And Manila. No. This is awful.
Panic did a misty dance, and now Phantom just did it. No, you were trying to catch me when I wasn't paying attention to chat. No, now you're not getting your dance until my turn's over. It is my turn, right?
Yeah, I just did that.
Panic did the first Misty Dance, and you did the second one, Phantom. I'm gonna get this right. I'm not gonna eat any dog treats.
I mean, you're doing good.
I'm really trying to think more.
I think when they try to get you to say it, it sort of brings your awareness to it.
I was trying to figure if that was rain or if it was the heater. Alright, so I'm flying.
Flying to Khartoum. Or
1, 2, 3, whoops. 4. I guess I'll do it that way.
okay.
I was gonna go up, but I was like, well, that's kind of pointless.
This over here is also an issue.
I know. Well, I'm not anywhere close to
I know.
that.
It's fine.
Alright.
Alright, so we're into...
Let me draw my good cards first.
Ooh.
Maybe I can actually cure something this game.
I mean, you're getting there.
Except that I'm at even number and I have to discard 1.
I mean, you would discard Atlanta because there's, well, I was going to say there's research stations you can just go to there with, but it's okay.
Right now, bad cards.
Okay, bad cards. Kolkata.
Damn, she's stinking. Pam says, I know, I thought I smelled smoke. I'm not a bad person.
Oh, man, Hong Kong. No, it's not getting anything. No, I just put a freaking token there, man.
Wow, you're the one that's working on that. Smells like burnt chicken nuggets. Are you sure that one we have to do?
What?
That new objective.
Yeah, anything that's in the red.
The only reason I asked was because the first one specifically says this must be done. That one doesn't say it must be done. It's written in red because it's an important part of it. It's not saying just do 7 fated cities.
So if an objective is marked as mandatory, I mean, it says it's red on here with a red. It must be completed in order to win. It doesn't. Does it say mandatory anywhere on the card?
No.
On the first one?
Yes, the first one, yes. That second one, no.
Okay.
See? This one says mandatory at the top. The reason this is in red is because it's saying at the end of the game you have to have 7, not
well,
just
I mean,
during.
we could do that anyway because it's easily done. Well, I don't know about now.
Is it, though? Because we literally keep getting rid of them.
Yeah, I know.
You only have to do the mandatory. Yeah, we were just confused because it was written in red, and then after I looked at it just now, I'm like, I don't think we actually have to do that. But we still have to do 3 objectives.
Okay, so how many cards was that?
Hong Kong.
I just did
before that.
Kolkata. Was that one of them? No, that was the turn before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we gotta do one more. I think that was the turn before. Lima's getting one. Okay.
Phantom says my brain smells like burnt dino nuggies.
Dino nuggies.
Yeah, the card will specifically say mandatory unless, usually in red, if I remember, red text itself doesn't mean it's mandatory. Yeah, I think that's what Drew was thinking, and then when I actually looked at it, I was like, I don't think we have to do that one. Alright.
Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna fly to Shanghai.
Make sure you can. Is
Yeah.
there stickers there or anything?
No,
Okay.
no. It is a fated city though. I don't think that stops me from flying there. But I do have the Shanghai card. I don't have to discard it because I have pilot as my upgrade. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go straight there. Put a token down. So that's 2. And get on there. 3, 4.
Okay. Remember, we also have these barricade things we're gonna be putting up over there.
Yeah. I think on my next turn, if everything goes right, I'm gonna start putting barricades like right here, and then move here, put another barricade.
So they're round. Does that mean
it
put
goes
them in the city, or we?
No,
put
it goes
them
in the path.
Okay. So it's place roadblock markers on any or all routes connecting to your city. Your region must have a military base.
So that's one action to do all? Because currently, right now, this military base is in this area, right? Because of the white line here.
Yes.
It's in this region, so I can do that.
Phantom says, "Ooh, this is an upgrade. When I played the Roblox, were actually stickers placed on the board. These are like little cardboard
really?
things."
Yeah, they're cardboard little chits and pieces.
Yeah, so it says place roadblock markers on any or all routes connected to your city. Your region must have a military base in it. You shush. Don't you order.
Oh, I knew that one was coming. Alright guys, cover the ears.
I mean, you have a mute button right there.
Yeah, but hold on.
I got you.
Yeah. He went all psycho crazy up on the window. Yeah, you can hear him now. Yeah, we're planning on doing some soundproofing in here, especially over the windows, because we have huge windows. And we found some oh jeez.
Come on.
Move the whole table. He's a wrecking ball, like. But we're planning on doing some sort of soundproofing, especially on the windows. I think that's where most of the sound comes from. They have these little panels you can place over the windows that sort of dampens sound from the outside. So we're gonna try that out if it's financially feasible.
All right. You don't have to deal with the sad looks when you have Pep to put them away.
Yeah. Alright, so what was I doing? I finished my turn, correct?
I remember putting a cube in Lima.
No, that was last turn.
I know, I'm just saying.
So, like, what I did was I flew to Shanghai, put that down here, and then I put that down there. Okay, so yeah. I'm drawing cards now. Cairo. Oh no! You have to discard a card.
Yeah, I know.
Ow. Crap. I wasn't expecting it to come out yet. Chicago's getting 3. The good thing is that this deck is meaty right here, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, but there's also 3 places on the board that have 2 places on the board that have 3 cubes.
Yep.
3 places on the board.
Yeah.
There's black, there's red, and there's blue.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what we want to do. I can make my way over there to Chennai and do the thing there. Can we place roadblocks over the sea paths like these right here?
I would assume so.
Can we do that?
It says place roadblock markers on any or all routes connected to your city.
Okay. I mean,
but remember, there's not a military base.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to stay around here and do that. So that's gonna move up. We did that. Cool. That was my second card. I don't get redraw. So we'll do the bad stuff now. Oh, Sydney. Sydney's at 3 now.
Yep.
Manila. Yeah. Manila's at 2. Oh boy. Alright, so that's my turn.
No, can't do it that way.
You're flying?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Come on. Who summoned that?
Panic.
Okay. He's literally right over there. I don't know, you can't see him. Like, before we started stream, he was in front of the camera just staring at it.
I flew for 1.
Alright, Panic, where do you want him to sit?
Yeah, because
Every time we put him, every time you summon him and we put him near Essen, bad stuff happens. All this is because of you. This is your fault. So, Panic, where do you want him to sit? There's not many places for him to hang out at.
Chris says he's got to go talk to us later. All right, thanks for hanging out, Chris. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Reach out to us if you ever want to do a stream with us. Far East. Where the heck am I supposed to do that?
What's that place up there?
You did that on purpose. Okay, he's gonna sit right here. You guys can see it. Wow, yeah. Yeah, just hit us up.
Yeah. Hi, Baz.
We'll come up with a game that we can all play, on the table. Baz, hello, how are you? What is going on?
Alright, I did my stuff.
Oh no, draw the cards. Okay, so you're an odd number, so that's good.
Yep. Sweet, you still owe us 2 more dances. I do not. I did everybody's dances. I did Panics first, and then Phantoms, and then Baz. That's all I've had.
I have to move. I have too many cards.
Okay. Hi, Bones.
Bones, hello. Okay, so we're infecting now. We're doing 2. Taipei is not getting one. I just fixed it.
I really think that's, I don't know.
Los Angeles.
I just feel like putting those things down is good, but like, I don't know.
It's good because it stops
It's
them
good in
from
some
multiplying.
ways, but like, that's all you do all game.
I know.
You have to like focus on that one thing.
I know, and that would be good to have 3 players, to have 2 players focus on the actual game and 1 player just running around trying not to get bit by one of these things.
Yeah, because I'm only having to use my cards to go fly and still try to get cards to
I
do
know.
things. So I need to get 5 cards for basically everything.
I mean, I'm trying to save what we have here, because if Taipei outbreaks, then it's gonna just go down from there.
Bass says, out of context, I think this dance conversation is questionable. No. Alright, your turn.
Yeah. Now that the cards have been put on top, I'm wondering if I should go to Beijing.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put myself in if something comes out in Seoul, then it's gonna put me in a really bad spot.
Yeah, because you
One,
can't get
two.
scarred again.
Whoa.
Panic!
You know what's funny is that she set the price for those
I know, I
things.
did, because I didn't think anybody was going to make me do this constantly. They've obviously noticed my pandemic weight, and so they're making me dance. I have to like get up and start doing yoga.
Oh man.
Did I? I did! No!
Oh, see?
What they did was one of them commented and one of them did the thing, and so that's what distracted me. No!
You got her. See, you don't have
I
to try
didn't
so
touch
hard. Oh man. I don't know what to do. I don't want Beijing to outbreak. But if I go up there, then that's the only thing I'm gonna be doing.
I'm at 8. Really, Baz? You should have done that. I have a lot of channel points still.
You'd have been doing it like the whole stream.
But like, I don't want to watch this game. Do it, Baz. Well, he always wore crop tops anyways.
Okay, hear me out here.
I'm not judging your turn.
So,
Do you?
hold on. I can fly to Sydney because I don't want this to get over here.
No.
I can fly to Sydney, place a quarantine token down, then go to... So that's 1, 2, then go to Jakarta, and then place one down there. Then probably make my way back up towards there and take care of Chennai.
Baz went to lurk. He's like, I meant push-ups.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fly to Sydney. I don't have to discard the card. So I'm going to fly. Boop. So that's 1, 2 in Sydney. 3, and then 4. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
If it was me, I would have stayed in Sydney.
I can't.
I didn't mean stay. I would have stayed in Sydney for a little bit. Threw some blockade things up because you could have put 1, 2, 3 up.
Oh, you know what?
I know it's just one place, but it would block from it.
No, you're totally right.
I just don't want to tell you how to take your turn because I hate when people do that.
I can't do it anyway. There's no military base here.
Oh, that's right. Because I keep wanting to put one over here, and I keep not being able to. I'm getting ready to, but it's not going to help you now.
If I can make my way to Tokyo, I can place a military base there because I don't really need these cards.
Yeah.
So I can probably make my way up there.
Montreal. I have that card. I'm here.
All right, so I did what I did. This gives me a chance to get over here. Beans. Okay. All right, that's it. That's what I'm doing. London. Man.
How many cards are you at now?
Are you kidding? Come on. Oh, why?
Let me get rid of all my cards now.
Oh my god, the stack is so small. Shoot.
I have the worst combo ever.
Dude,
I'm obsessed and demoralized.
That's so brutal. Oh my god.
I just keep getting rid of cities.
Oh my gosh. I can already tell this game is not going to go well. Khartoum is getting 3. Thing is, there's 5 cards.
Where's
And
cartoon? Oh,
Right
I
here.
remember.
there's 5 cards. We're pulling 2, so
I want to have to do like exercises instead of Misty dancing because I went fat again. I probably gained back all the weight I worked so hard to lose.
oh.
Can I have a pen?
Huh?
Can I have a pen?
Pen?
Yeah.
Why?
No, that's my thing
Oh.
back here.
Okay, yeah.
We're in May, right?
Yeah. Alright, unfortunately, that stack was super tiny. Most of it was red cities, so that's going to be fun. I think right now the best case scenario is to get some of these tokens just taken care of.
I mean, I'm glad I came up here and cleared out Chicago or Montreal or wherever it was that had those 3.
Yeah.
But
When did Chennai come out? That was during the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still in here somewhere. Okay, okay, that's fine. We're just pretty much recycling the last couple of cards that we had. Let's do this. Los Angeles is getting 1. And Manila is getting 1. Okay. So Manila's at 3.
That's gonna outbreak over here in
Yeah.
this area.
1, 2, and for 3 I can blockade that whole thing. But do I have to do all cities or just certain?
It says place roadblock markers on any or all routes connected.
Okay, so I can choose which ones to do.
Yeah, but how do you get out of a block?
You have to spend a card. I have a card of the color of the city you want to go to. Yeah,
Okay.
so that won't be a problem. I could do that, no problem. Okay.
Well, I was thinking of setting up some, but I don't have any that I can get rid of in my current position. So.
All right. Well, it's your turn though.
Oh.
This is. You're flying?
No.
Military base.
We have one in
That's
this
North
area?
America.
and this part too.
No. It's cut off by the
there's
middle,
one
yeah.
here, isn't there? Okay. Well, that's 2 I've done.
Alright.
Okay, so that's 1. I don't know. 2, 3, 4.
Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 8 cards. I need to get rid of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna mess up my turn. Do I want to do that, or do I want to get rid of Tokyo? Because if I do Sydney, I can fly there if I have to. But to get out is gonna be weird. I'll do that.
Hong Kong.
Nope.
I didn't want to talk while you were deciding because I didn't know what cards you had. 2, 4, 6. How many? 2, 4. Oh no, this is 5. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't have to get rid of anything.
Yeah.
Yay.
Look, kids. Some great pointing going on.
Moochie, where are you? I mean, I wash my hands a lot. Like, when I'm at work, there's a sink there, and I've emptied the soap dispenser from there so many times already. You're probably the only one that actually washes your hands.
Yeah, like...
Hi again, Bass. Under your other name.
every time I'm done with a certain section, I'll go to that sink and just scrub my hands like a doctor, getting ready to deliver a child.
You're supposed to do that anyways. That's how you're supposed to wash your hands.
I know.
But most people do not. Alright, back guard.
I don't do this. Of course, Taipei is getting 1.
Time Roller says, all you need is love and don't die.
All he needs. Khartoum is going to Outbreak. I knew that was in there.
Alright, look, I'm moving it now.
Okay, got it.
You said Outbreak.
Alright, so we're going to get a lot here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. Ooh.
1.
I mean, that wasn't the worst that could happen.
3.
Okay. That was it.
Bone says, don't worry, people. This is a family-friendly thing. Drew's hands are clean.
They're clean because we have to make sure our hands are clean because of these faded running around. We don't know how to catch that. Is it a scratch? Or is it a complete bite? Like, what is it?
Speaking of zombies, since we're calling them zombies, has anybody watched that zombie show that's on Netflix? I don't remember what it's called.
All of Us Are Dead?
It. Yeah, the one with the kids in the high school.
Yeah, it's
I think really good so far.
I think it's a Korean horror TV
Korean.
show about an outbreak
that starts in a school.
Actually, yeah, it's in a school.
Mm-hmm. Because of a teacher.
Yeah, well, there's a whole backstory to it, but it's really good.
He watched it. It's great. We haven't finished it yet.
It's
really good.
I mean, for a Korean TV show about like a virus and stuff that turns you angry, which is pretty much what it does.
Yeah.
It I don't know. It's not your typical, being scary type deal. Like it gives you these connections to the characters in the show, so you genuinely feel sad when something happens to one of them because they spend so much time building up these characters until the crap hits the fan, and then you're like, oh man, I hope you make it. I really do. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
But I mean, you know that I've always liked foreign films because they do make that connection with characters. American shows don't always give that. The only shows I've really felt connected to in that way was Grey's Anatomy, like the doctor shows, which is something I try to avoid. But
all right, awesome hallway fights. Oh, that first hallway fight. I'm trying not to say it to where it spoils anything.
Yeah.
But
it was intense.
Honestly, if that were a thing to actually happen, it would have gone so bad. Like, there's no way they would have survived that if it was outside of a TV show.
If it was an American, everybody would have been dead because,
Yeah,
the kids would have been on their phones.
There's no way a bunch of kids are going to go up against a horde and have enough strength to hold them back. If I see all of that
going on, I'm going to let somebody bite me because I'm not fighting it off. I can't run. I'd rather just be a zombie.
Train to Busan was really good. It did the same thing as this one where you started to feel connections with some of the characters and you start to care about them, and there's a lot of real horrible stuff that happens to these characters, but they do nod to Train to Busan in this TV show. All of Us Are Dead.
Scene of them in the stairway with the camera pulls back. I thought that was amazing. I'm trying to think. I don't remember stairway.
I don't remember that.
I think we're looking on episode 4.
That whole show is full of like just tense moments from back to back.
Part, I'll just say the window is what got me because I'm like, nope, not happening.
Which window part? Was
the
it
outside window part?
The outside window part. I don't remember.
Fancy and I made huge position. Oh.
Alright, so I should probably start putting up. Do I want to take care of this or move here and start putting up the roadblocks?
I don't know.
Because if I do that 1, 2, 3, and then move back, I can do that. Because this is still protected by the quarantine token.
Yeah.
So if I do that here, that'll be all I do. I'll just put the tokens back and then move back, and I'll have to discard a card.
Okay.
So let's see how that works. Did Manila come out there? Yeah, let's try it. So 1, 2, for my third action, I'm going to go ahead and put these everywhere.
I mean, that's how I read it anyways. It's a place
I mean,
where
that's what it says.
markers on any or all routes connected to your city. And then to get out of there, you have to use the red card?
Yeah, so that city is blocked off. So to move out, I have to discard a card of the same color.
Okay.
Which is not good.
How many moves are you at right now?
This is my last one.
I redeemed caffeinate earlier and don't remember if either of you drinking. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, Bones.
We get focused in on this.
So, speaking of doctor shows, The Resident put out a new episode, and I really like that show. Like, last season was really intense. I cried, like, the entire show. But, like, this first episode of the new season, I cried, like, the entire last part of the show.
Okay, so I'm a little worried about being here in Ho Chi Minh City. That is City 0.
I know.
If I take this route, I can get to San Francisco. Because that would put me out of danger. If Ho Chi Minh comes out, I am done.
So go that way.
Okay,
but just remember, you're not going to be back over there doing stuff.
I know, but the thing is, if I move down that way, I have to remove a yellow card.
Instead of the red
Instead
one?
of a red. That means I can still get here.
Yeah,
with
which
this.
means you can still fly to Sydney.
Yeah,
and not have to discard
I'm
the
going to do
card.
that. I'm going to go to San Francisco instead.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't fly into Sao Paulo because
But you have to get rid of yellow or blue.
Oh, it's the blue one.
Yeah, it's blue. It's not yellow.
Okay.
Get rid of London.
London?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure? I could like fly there.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Okay. That is my turn. I feel like I didn't do anything.
Bones said, Vaccinate. No, you can't do that on Twitch. You can get in trouble for that. You can't get bits or money or whatever for drinking, even if it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, but we're not really getting.
I know.
Compensated for drinking. I know you're not allowed to take.
But even if it was a channel point like that,
can you?
Yeah, you would get flagged for it.
Right. Not that I would do it anyway.
I know. I just know another channel that attempted it.
I have to draw cards.
You do. Good cards.
New York, hey! I have the grassroots program up. Oh, Madrid. Alright, so I'm at 3 blue.
Yeah.
2 yellow, and you're probably gonna be able to do that, so I can get rid of these.
I don't know.
I mean, you need one more.
Yeah.
Granted, I only need 3, so it's both of us can do it.
And remember, with blue, you no longer need to spend an action to discover the cure. Just remember that.
Yeah. I want to keep red because I want to fly back over here.
I know. I understand. Go ahead and get rid of.
Let me go ahead and get rid of yellow. Just in case I actually do get another one of these.
Okay. How many do you have to get rid of? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just one.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, now bad cards.
Now bad cards.
Oh, God.
Oh, nothing happens. I have my quarantine token there.
There's 3 people there, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my quarantine token was there. So, like I said, see, now I can fly over there, put my quarantine token down, and then run around and do whatever. Kolkata.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's alright.
Is that red or is that... Okay. For
No.
some reason, I always want to say that one's red, but it's not.
No, it's not.
I mean, the card clearly says that.
Yeah.
It's...
Alright.
Alright. I'm not sure what I should do at this point.
Insinuated get drunk for no channel points or 0 bids. This is totally above 4.
Let's see, what can I do?
Well, we still have to take care of Khartoum and Chennai here.
1, 2, 3. That kind of sucks, but... 1, 2, 3. Oops.
You sure you don't want to come up? Oh wait.
No, because I want to get rid of the 3.
I mean, you can still do that if you're doing your power up here, because that's connected. Because then you're set up to take care of this if you need to. It's just a suggestion. If you want to stay there, that's fine.
So I flew for 1.
Yeah.
And I went here for 2,
Mhm.
and that for 3. I mean, I could still technically move there.
So, yeah, you can still move there. It's fine. Alright, so enjoy your cards.
Yeah.
You don't sound too happy. Hey, there you go. And Paris.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're good, and you have everything you need to discover.
I still have to be at the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Which is cool because
And
you
it
can
still
get rid
takes
of
an action.
Yeah, so
it just takes the 1.
So you can pretty much get rid of the cubes in Kolkata, and then move over, do your cure thing, and then start moving towards to eradicate it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, bad card time.
Bad card time.
I don't like
Shanghai is not getting one. Lima is getting 1.
Like, I'm about to cure disease and eradicate it on 1 turn, so that's 2 of the 3 that we need.
No, not technically. Actually, I can... The grassroots, the person who plays this card may discard up to 3 city cards, removing 1 cube matching the color of each card. So I can take care of
the tubus.
Maybe these.
Oh.
I can do 2.
You can do up to 3 cards, though, right?
Yeah, but I don't have 3 cards yet.
I know, but you can still.
Yeah, I can do up to 3. I can get rid of a yellow, so I can take care of this one. But it is gonna take the card out of my hand.
I was gonna say, or do blue, because there's only 1 blue cube out, but...
Oh, decisions.
Yeah.
Because if I do get another blue card, then that's another disease we're gonna be able to cure and essentially eradicate.
Bone says redeem, send the IRS next door from the street dogs.
Oh, man.
I did get a call back about that today, though. Yeah, I agree with what you were saying. Do the thing.
What? This?
Get rid of the, Get rid of the 2 black cards to get rid of...
The one in Algiers and Istanbul? And then get rid of yellow to do the one in Khartoum?
Yeah, so we don't cause an outbreak.
Alright, so I'm going to play this unfunded event. It's not an action.
No.
But it is going to get rid of the card in my hand. So I get to discard up to 3 city cards, removing 1 cube matching the color of each card, anywhere on the board. So I'm going to discard Cairo and Delhi, which is the Black Plague cubes, So let's do one here and one here. And then I'm going to discard the third and final card, Lima. So I'll take care of this. So that was not an action.
No.
I'm going to fly to Sydney. I don't have to get rid of this card.
No.
So that's 1, 2. For my third act. Oh. Do I want to place? No, I think it's fine. So 1, 2. Shoot. I feel like I'm going to mess up here.
3, and then discard the red card to block off those 3 places.
You don't have to discard the red card.
You don't?
No, if you... The only time you discard a card is to move through a barricade.
Oh, that's right. I was just trying to figure out how to blockade everything so like it can't outbreak, and
I mean,
you don't necessarily have to keep putting down the tokens.
Yeah,
they can't outbreak if
technically I can protect here by putting the blockade here, and then start moving this way.
Yeah, but if you blockade off all of the red section, like...
I mean, I could just move here and just put the blockade there. Just so that they can't move into... Or I can just put one here. So that way it doesn't flow into North America.
Yeah.
So for 3 actions, I'll put one here. My third action, I'll put one here. But continue to move. So that way I don't have to discard a card. So 4.
But what if Sydney is pulled now? I mean...
It still has a quarantine token.
Yeah.
I want to keep Sydney here so that way I can just move at least into it until I get another red card.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm keeping these cards for, is to fly into. So that way I can do what I need to. But yeah, so this is not going to stop the outbreak from... the outbreak track from moving, but it's going to stop the outbreak from spreading.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing. I kind of want to come up here and start doing that over here. Sort of get everything set up to where it can't spread at all. So, but that's all my actions. I will draw cards. There you go, Manila. Yeah, I forgot about that. Where is Manila?
Hopefully not one with 3.
Oh, yeah.
Manila's there.
Manila's right
but
here,
it's not going to do it,
no.
but it is going to do this.
Is it?
Yeah.
It outbreaks?
I thought it said it still outbreaks.
Checked. Any city cards drawn matches place a faded figure in each of the matching cities. If this would place a 4th figure, it is ignored and not placed. No outbreak occurs.
No outbreak? Okay.
And no quarantine marker is removed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, so maybe having 3 on there is okay.
As long as it's blocked off?
Yeah, as long as it's blocked off. So that was okay. That was my first card though, right?
Yeah.
Miami. Okay.
We've been discarding a lot of yellow cards.
Yeah. Washington is getting 1. And Istanbul, which is fine right there.
I mean, is it fine though? Because
yeah,
I'm getting ready to cure it, but then I've got to make it over there to get rid of them.
So if you use your power here to clear that off, move here, that's 2, cure for 3, then just set yourself up to move up here for 4, and then hopefully by that time you can just walk through and clear it all out.
Yeah.
So, alright, so I pulled my cards.
Alright, so take the 2 block ones off for 1.
Alright, that's one action. Want to move to research?
Yeah. 2.
And you found a cure, Mr. Medic. So that's your third action.
Move me up. Wait, what number is that?
That's a 2. You're still okay.
I don't know if I want to move that way though, because
you can move down here, Riyadh. It's the same distance. You second to redeem. Send. The IRS isn't really going to do anything to them.
Yeah, I'm going to move here just
unless
to
they
safe.
have a dog tax credit thing.
Like I said, I read the rules about this town. If you have 3 or more dogs, you have to have a kennel license, and I guarantee you they're not the type of people that have one.
No, I doubt it. Alright, you ready to pull cards?
Yeah.
Jakarta. Where is Jakarta? Oh, no, it's not happening. I have a token down. That sucked.
Still gotta go away though.
Dude, that sucked. I was like, oh, just over there.
I need one more.
Santiago.
I'm at 5, so I'm good for now.
Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna infect now.
Yeah.
Algiers. It's okay. It's actually, where is it? Algiers is right here. And Hong Kong is definitely getting one. Yeah. I think it's the right idea to go and block off the paths leading, to anywhere else. Just sort of make a giant wall around Asia. Alright, so that was your turn.
I just want to point out we have only cured 1 right now.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're doing a lot better than we were doing before. We're keeping everything in check so far.
I think I'm going to try to focus on yellow because there's a whole lot of yellow over here.
Oh no, I couldn't do that.
Why?
I couldn't do these.
Why?
Because I don't have a military.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no.
I have no idea how to fix that.
Oh no. Holy crap.
To make it right, get rid of Sydney and put a military station there. That's the only way we're going to be able to fix it in any way. You've had Sydney that entire time. Just get rid of the Sydney card and put a thing there.
Will that fix it though?
Yeah,
because that would have been an extra action.
It's the only way we're going to be able to fix it without replaying this entire scenario.
So, okay, so I'll take 1 less action this turn. Dude, I don't know.
Phantom says it's easy fix. You have to remove all roadblocks and outbreak to LA, or take back 1 action and build your military. Yeah, I know that specifically he's had Sydney the entire time. Just build one there.
So I'll take 1 less action this turn.
Yeah.
To sort of balance that out. Okay.
Fam also said, oh, you know what? I remember while there are Roblox stickers, permanent Roblox are an endgame upgrade now. No, I believe. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, permanent Roblox would be nice too.
So I have 3 actions this turn.
Yeah. That's the only way we'd be able to fix it that way.
Yeah.
I don't think any outbreaks would have happened regardless.
So, what do you think if I really don't want.
I mean, I'm remembering the red card thing and all these rules.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember that part, unfortunately.
So, what do you think if I move. If I put. I could put one roadblock here. So, that's one action. I'll have two more. So, then go. That's 1, 2, 3 up to Kolkata. And then work my roadblocks up there. To sort of close it off completely.
Yeah.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
So I have 3 actions. So I'm going to block this off here for 1. So I have 2 more. And I'll move 1, 2, and stay up here.
Okay.
And on my next turn, I'll go ahead and close that all off.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That was a player card draw.
Oh, I was saying I don't think there would have been any outbreaks or whatever. And he's like, no, there would have been one in Manila, but that was a card draw, not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that fixes it. I
Yeah.
hope. That's an easy rule to really forget, that you have to have a military base.
Well, especially since neither one of us is using military people.
But if you think about it right now, we have a military base in 1, 2, 3 of these 6 regions. So we're doing good. We need 1 down here, 1 over here, and 1 up here.
There.
Yeah. And then we'll have 1 card already done. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to quarantine anymore, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, you're literally spending the whole game doing that, and
Yeah.
while it's helping,
Yeah.
it's leaving me to have to do everything else.
Okay, I got Istanbul and Lagos. There's only 6. Alright. Infected Chennai. That's down here.
Of course.
Well, I'm there. I'm right there. London. Right up there.
Yeah, but I was gonna be able to take out everything on this next turn.
It's fine. We'll get it. I'll be able to do it on my next turn. We'll be fine. Alright, so you're up. Now remember, you can walk through them and not have to take actions.
2, 3, 4.
Is that a 3?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still
no,
good.
I'm still good.
You just can't fly in there.
But if something bad happens there, which I don't see it happening currently.
Yeah.
But
okay. Ready to pull your
that's all
cards?
this stuff. Yep. I need yellow.
Riyadh. And so... Oh... It's okay. It's only 1.
2, 6, 7. I'm still safe. Yep.
Yep. Infecting. Bogota.
Why don't I know where this place is, like, ever?
Baghdad. Where's that? It just keeps coming back, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first action will be to place barricades.
Is there a thing there?
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm just making sure now.
And that's all. I'll just put them there. So that's 1 action. 2, 3.
Move to a safe place that there's no stickers. I don't know. Unless you want to fly somewhere.
I can fly to Istanbul. I don't know why I would. But if I fly to Istanbul, I can build.
Is there anywhere yellow?
Hold on. If I fly to Istanbul, I don't have to get rid of the card. Then I can build a military station there.
Yeah, because it's in that section.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, since I don't have to discard the card, I'm going to use that to fly.
And your next turn, you can build it.
To Istanbul. Yes, and then we'll have only 2 regions to build military bases in.
One of which is that shit show of freaking Asia right now that I don't want to go anywhere near.
Yeah, I think right here is just lost. Is all lost.
Like, the safest place I'm going to get anywhere near there is, like, one of these 3 places.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm not going anywhere close.
Alright, so that's it. The only thing I'm worried about is the connection from Tokyo.
This one is in this section. This one here is in this section.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to go there. Where do we need to go? We need to go here and here?
There's one in this section, one in this section, and one in this section.
Okay, for some reason I thought we still needed one there, and I was like, well, that can't be right.
The lines are really hard to see when you have the other lines.
I wish they were, like, dotted or something.
Alright, let's go ahead and draw cards. Ooh. One Quiet Night. Oh, you have... this is the 3rd one!
I don't think I've pulled any of those games. Not here. Go get my other card.
Oh my god, man.
Where is Riyadh?
Riyadh is right here with the military station.
So I don't need that one. Okay. I have to get rid of it because of that.
Yeah. Do you think I should play One Quiet Night after this? Because I feel like I should.
I mean, you should play it like now.
That's not gonna...
I know, I'm just saying, you're gonna have to discard stuff anyway, just play it now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just play it now. So I won't have to infect next turn. But I will have to do this.
Yep. Gotta move the tracker up.
Yeah, so now we're pulling 3.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and...
Bottom card it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be yellow, isn't it?
Yep. Kinshasa right here. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, that's so bad. Let's go ahead and put 2 on there.
But I still have to cause the outbreak, right?
Yeah, the outbreak will happen, so that's gonna get a sticker.
Alright, just one sec.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
That's it. Oh man.
It's just a 1, right?
Yeah, it's just the number 1. I thought we were okay there. I think we're gonna have to go and fix that. Which for me, I'm pretty close.
Yeah, but I'm the one that can take out all the cubes when I get there.
Yeah.
It's this one, right?
Yeah. So because I play One Quiet Night, we won't have to infect.
So it's my turn now?
Yeah, so you can go ahead. Jeez. Now remember, we are pulling 3 cards next turn for the infection intensifying.
Doesn't help me at all.
I have not done anything this game.
That's why I was saying you're like focused on one thing and it sucks.
I know.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can do that at least. Cartoon of it. I have 3 cubes.
Yeah.
1,
You don't have that many yellow cards that can fly you. Cause
Well, what I was thinking was going 1, 2, 3. That makes it go away. But then I can't do the side thing twice.
yeah,
And then if that outbreaks, this is gonna be. It's gonna hit me, and then I can't take any more scars.
yeah.
So that's how that works, right? Or no, I have to be in the 3.
You have
get
to
a
be in the
scar.
city that outbreaks to
Yeah.
get a scar. So it won't technically affect you. But
It's not
if it
legal
outbreaks though, it's gonna cause a massive chain.
It's gonna cause another outbreak there.
Yeah, a massive chain outbreak. So that's a danger area right there.
I really need to take care of yellow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. It sucks because, I mean, this one just
It
did
came
it,
out.
but we just shuffled as
Yeah.
well.
And we have to pull 3 cards, so that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Alright, pull 2 good cards. Okay, I said
Oh
good
my
cards.
god. That sucks. This is the worst thing. This sucks.
Alright, well,
You know what's
there's
gonna
that one
happen?
card.
Do you know what's gonna happen right now? Whatever we pull from the bottom is gonna go right to the top of the deck.
Mhm.
That's 100% imminent outbreak right there.
Just pull it. Move the counter up first.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I bet that's where that little mini deck was that I had.
Mhm.
See, we didn't even see it coming. So
Yellow, isn't it?
no, Milan is gonna get 3. Problem is already fallen. So it's going to outbreak again.
When? Oh,
When-
like right now?
Yeah.
Well, let's just.
So that's that. I'm not even gonna shuffle because that's it. Yeah. So what happens if a fallen city outbreaks? Does it get any sticker? Like what happens there? Does anything happen? I don't think anything happens.
Alright,
I mean, it's already fallen. What more could it do?
Alright, just go ahead and pull the card so I can start causing this outbreak.
No. Oh, it's Milan. Oh, good. Figure that. Okay, so it's gonna get 1, 2, 3. Not the worst.
1. Oh no.
No.
1,
It's not connected,
2,
and it's not gonna hurt me
3.
because I'm grizzled. I do not gain a scar when you're in a city when it outbreaks.
You're not in a city that outbreaks.
I know, which is good for me.
But the city is already at a level 5. It won't go any higher. Well, I mean, that's a good thing.
So that's the one. We need 2 more. Kolkata. Oh, crap.
Another black cube.
Yeah, right here. And Lima. Oh boy.
Can I please draw my other good card now?
Oh wait, you didn't draw a second one? Ho Chi Minh.
It has nothing on that. 6.
I didn't. So that epidemic was your first card?
Yeah.
Oh wow. We are running out of time.
I'm not pulling anything, but I need.
Okay. So it is my turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I can't
Blue was like doing so well there
Yeah.
for a little bit.
I can't go to a fallen city because of my scar.
Yeah. I'm the only one that can physically do that.
I
And
may
have to
never-
discard one more card
No, but
of the city's color to drive or
Yeah, but
ferry into it.
you can do that adjacent city thing for it.
I know. I'm just saying, if I physically have to go in it, I have to discard 2 cards.
So move over. 2, 3, 4.
2 blue cards, and it's something we haven't gotten rid of yet. Can you please get rid of the... Never mind. I was going to say, can you please get rid of the black cube so we can eradicate it, but then one popped up over there, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so for my first action, I'm going to place a military base in Istanbul. So now we have a military base in 4 out of the 6. So that's 1, 2, 3. I can't fly anywhere that's gonna help. The only thing I can do is move up here for 4. Or do I want to move down to help you? No. Okay.
Stay out of
That's all I got.
Storm.
Los Angeles.
Just draw one more yellow.
Beijing.
That's bad. That's real bad.
It doesn't outbreak though. It's just ignored.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just ignored. Because that's from a city card.
Yeah.
Alright, all the bad stuff is coming up. Ah, jeez, come on, man.
I'm never gonna cure this one. Or eradicate it. See?
Wow.
Like, I can't focus on 15 things at one time. It sucks.
Taipei is at its 3rd. So that's dangerous. Okay, you're up. I mean, you can do the adjacency thing to clear this off, but Lima's still messed up there. I can fly to Los Angeles and take care of Lima. Yeah. See, this one just came out. So you could take care of that and then start moving up here. And then I can fly over to Los Angeles and start taking care of Lima. But to get back over here is another story. Actually, I can fly to London and then make my way back.
Where's Santiago?
Santiago is
down there.
all the way down here.
But got it. So that's not gonna help me. Okay.
Yeah, so you can try to move through. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, but that's gonna set you up for next turn.
Well, technically, you're closer.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take me more than one turn to clear these 2 out, though, because I'm so far away.
Yeah.
This is tough. The city is already at sticker level 5. I read that, sorry. Already read it. I mean, I'm going to leave it up to you, whatever you want to do. I believe Kinshasa already came out, right?
I don't think so.
No, it's
That's
in there
why
somewhere.
I said I don't think it has.
So that's 1. Where do we want to move to?
That's not gonna help right now.
So currently to win, we need to... We don't have any of these objectives done.
Yeah.
Oh.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. I was not expecting that one, but all right. All right, ready? Milan. Essen. You always seem to get those. Hey.
2, 4, 6. I have to get rid of one. I'll get rid of Santiago because it's literally below me.
Yeah.
Even though
infection time.
Man, hang on. Don't wait.
What?
I want Milan back. Or whatever I just got rid of.
Santiago?
Yeah. Because I can go down there and put a station down here. Let me get rid of Seoul.
Oh, that is true. Alright, so Washington is getting 1. Hong Kong is getting a creeper.
Put your round phone on.
Istanbul is getting 1. Dude, where did it just this stupid virus just keeps going. All right,
No.
what the heck should I even do? Like, what is my goal right now?
Go get rid of those 2 black cubes.
I can only do 1. That's the thing. I can get rid of these 2.
Okay.
But then that's gonna still leave. Actually, oh man, crap.
Can I fly into Hong Kong?
Yes.
And then get rid of Jakarta to hop over that barrier there?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
So let me take care of those 2.
So I can move this way and do that. And I can treat twice here to get rid of the blue.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'll do. I'll move here for 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You keep thinking about it?
Genocide. We haven't watched that in years. I don't know why it came into my head all of a sudden.
Oh, I've got the yellow.
Uh,
I'm far away from a research station, though.
he was abandoned.
Anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there is a show. I don't even know if it's on YouTube anymore, but
should be.
It's called Mob Squad, and it's made by a couple of guys
From North Carolina.
No, they're actually from South Carolina.
No, they're from
Wilmington
North Carolina.
is in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But it's pretty much.
We used to watch them all the time before we got into board game streaming.
It's basically about Minecraft, but it's on the view of the mobs. So the mobs are just basically walking around living their life, and then Steve comes along and starts building, and they're just watching him and figuring out what he's doing, and it's hilarious. If you like Minecraft and you like comedy, you just watch it. It's
he kills
hilarious.
A sheep, and the creeper's like, "Oh my god, it was a genocide!
It was a sheep genocide."
The cow in the volcano. Don't say anything, you little dumbass. We're gonna watch that tonight now because it's stuck in my head. I'm gonna play Pokemon and watch that.
Are you looking at me with your beady little eyes?
That's how I feel right now. Stop looking at me with your beady eyes.
That was the what the heck are they called? The Endermen. Steve.
Looking at me.
Steve looks up at him and he gets mad. He's like,
I'm gonna take your block.
Did you just look at me? those beady little eyes. Oh, you done it now.
He steals a block of Nelson's walking around with it.
What are you doing with that block? Oh, it was just in the wrong place, so I just thought I'd move it.
Were you still moving blocks?
Okay, what the heck were we doing?
Oh, no.
Oh, I just did my turn. I drew cards.
We're getting rated by Luca.
I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 9 cards.
How do you have 9 cards?
I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, you need to get rid of some of them.
So we're totally abandoning
Yeah.
this area, right? All right, cool. So
Welcome,
5, 6, 7.
Raiders.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. Do I need Mumbai though?
No, get rid of it.
I mean, I no, we're fine.
I feel like I'm listening.
Losers. Hello. We are not doing so well here. We have not done any of the objectives.
I've apparently got the transparent virus because now I'm hysterical.
Oh man.
Alright.
So welcome, guys.
What are you guys playing?
What game were you playing? I thought I saw
I
what
don't
you were
remember what they
playing.
were playing earlier.
I can't remember what it was. All right, drew my cards. We have to.
Do that stuff.
Wait, did we do that already?
I don't feel like we have.
No, we didn't. We did not. Kinshasa is getting 1. I'm thankful that you did what you did.
Sorry, I'm reading.
London is getting 1. Okay, London is in danger. We have to go save London. Manila is getting an outbreak.
No!
Yeah, but it is contained. So it is not outbreaking
But we're
anywhere
doing
else.
this.
Yes. Yes.
They were playing Castles of Burgundy.
I haven't played that
I
in a
love
while.
that game.
We have.
We physically bought the game and I still played on BGA.
Yeah, we have the physical copy. We've never played it though
No.
on the table. We should probably do
You know
that.
why? Because when I opened the box and they're like flimsy tiles,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
wasn't I
So-
wasn't happy with it.
So the boards themselves, at least for the game that we bought, I don't know if they've reprinted it or not,
Probably.
but the game that we bought had these flimsy, like almost paper thin player mats boards.
Lusa says when you're playing Pandemic and coughing, you know you're in trouble. No, I'm just literally allergic to everything, and I have this really nice perfume that I love, but I'm allergic to it. I sneeze every time I put it on, and I was coughing into my hoodie where I could smell it.
There is a
but
reprint.
it doesn't change.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing that stopped us from playing it. It's the flimsy board sheets the player sheets that you get.
I mean, I don't know what version we have, but this is the one that we have.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a reprint or not. But it's a great game. It's just the components are really not so good. Not great.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a great game. I'm not very good at it, but I like it.
It depends on like if I can get to doing what I like doing.
Yeah, they are fine to play with. It just we were expecting them to be a bit thicker.
Thick
Yeah.
cardboard.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just a personal thing. Like we thought it would be a bit thicker than that.
with it being like a starter game for everybody,
Yeah,
I thought it would be better quality.
just worry about it warping more than anything being.
Yeah, being further in the south now.
Yeah.
All right, whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
Yeah. I just did my thing, so it's your go.
Okay.
London is in trouble.
I see that. We also need blue cards to cure this crappy disease.
Yes, I'm gonna try to cure the yellow on my next turn.
Phantom says that's the old version. The anniversary edition reprint was in 2019 in a different box, but yes, I agree. It's tiny. What time do you say? No!
Stop being elitist and use the paper thin boards. I mean, we can play it. It's fine.
It's fine.
I
But
just-
I'm fine with BGA where I can play it too.
I mean, personally, we were expecting a thicker player mat or board. Keep saying mat,
I don't know.
but it's like I said, it's fine to play with.
Where's Essen? I can't find Essen
Essen's
either,
up in,
can
no,
I?
Essen is a no-fly
Well, I
zone.
can't fly into Milan.
Milan is a no-fly zone.
Well, those are the 2 blue cards I have.
I know.
Mature. I can disapprove. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, did you see Ruckus's joke earlier?
Yes, what do Varela just use to make pancakes? A pandemic.
We have to put mature on here because I cuss constantly. We don't want like people saying this is a family friendly show because I love that.
Slovakia says like mature audiences. Thanks for making me old.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me old. No,
No.
we have
It's just
to.
because I cuss.
Yeah, you let a lot of words slip.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too every once in a while, but I can hold it back.
To go into Milan, I have to discard 2 cards of that color.
The good thing about the thin boards is you can fit more in the same box.
That's true. There's nothing mature about this. That is very
Thanks,
true.
Time Roller.
Okay, so if I really want to go to Milan, I have to discard both of these cards, correct? Is that what it's telling me?
What, Milan?
Yeah, it's fallen.
Discard,
so it says
one
discard
more card.
one more card. Total of 2. But if I'm flying over there,
no,
technically I
no.
need 3.
No, it's only for driving and ferrying into the city. I don't think you can fly there.
So I can't fly there at all anymore? Or to Essen? Oh, because Essen's a 4.
Did you get rid of Hong Kong?
No, it's still there.
You can fly to Hong Kong and do your thing that you said you wanted to do. Just
What?
eradicate the Black Plague.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Because, I mean, we gotta do something.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, that's the only other option.
Can I physically fly into there?
Yes, you can.
Alright. Here, let's go over there.
Well, I'm definitely not mature. Hey, you fit right in with us then.
1.
So 1, to move over a barricade, you have to discard another card of... Oh, wait, you can't do it.
Oh, because it's black and not red?
Yes. Let's go back. Go back.
Card back.
Here's your card back. I'm sorry I put a barricade there. There's so much bad stuff happening.
Alright. Where am I? I'm here. Alright, so I'm gonna do 1,
Oh, you're building.
2. I'm doing this.
Okay, so we need one more
Yeah, there.
here.
And I don't have any yellow cards to like go over there and do stuff.
I don't either. I do not either.
I like Luz's idea.
Just fly to Dusseldorf and I will drive you to Essen in 20 minutes. No trouble at all. Maybe one day we'll be able to. We'll be a lot older though, and maybe the kids will be out of the house by then.
3, 4.
Maybe we'll have a dog that's not scared of cats.
Love my dog.
We do want to get over to Europe at some point in our life.
My computer's gonna fly away.
What is
Without.
the computer doing? It's probably scanning for pandemics on my computer. Fun with the Plagues. I'm watching more One Piece. Awesome anime. Very entertaining one about pirates. It's a good one. Oh, I didn't see that happen. Oh, that's why
I
you
drew my first card and then I just shut up.
That's why
I'm
you
gonna
did
go get
that.
coffee.
Ew.
Just look how far we up on that, or her on that track, too.
Oh my god, we're pulling 4 cards. You know what? I blame Panic. I blame the Panic games for this. Look what happened. You wanted Cthulhu all the way over to the east. He's right here hanging out. See him? And now he's affecting the infection rate. Oh no. Guys. not you. Panic. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out. Go get some sleep. Go get some rest. But before you go, just know that we did pull Essen. So Essen is now a fallen. Oh man, this is not good. Oh, this is gonna be a hell of a chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, possibly 4. That is not good. I think we may have lost.
It doesn't left.
No, I think we may have lost.
What did you make Phantom do?
I didn't make him do anything. But we did pull Essen
Oh.
from the bottom.
Essen? Okay, so that's 1. Oh no, that's 3.
That's
Because that's the
3.
bottom card. Okay. Okay, so let me.
Essen can only hold
Okay.
2 more.
Boop.
Okay, that's a good boop. It gets a
I know.
5
Let me
sticker.
just.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah, let's
oops.
play this out. God, I hope I did not just. No, I'm okay. I'm not scarred.
Okay. Alright, so we're doing this one first. Right.
Yeah, we are.
So we're gonna get 1 here, 1 technically here,
Yeah.
1 here, 1 technically there.
Yeah,
So then this place is gonna outbreak.
yeah. Don't do anything yet. Let's do all the stickers in order.
Alright.
So Essen is the fallen city.
Essen has fallen now?
Yep.
Well, I mean, we had a feeling about that since that was the first one that started going downhill.
Essen has fallen.
I feel like that's a movie.
Actually, there was a London has fallen.
Alright, this is not gonna get another sticker because that's still bad.
No, but it is gonna outbreak again.
Yeah, I know.
So that's number 2.
Which one?
So this is the second chain right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's go
Well,
ahead.
I was gonna say this one's gonna be the second chain, so that one's gonna get a sticker.
You want that one to be second chain?
Yeah. I don't think it really matters.
No. The fact is, we're going to lose this turn.
Yeah, well, we still have to put on stickers.
Yeah. All right. So that will outbreak. So you already moved that for that?
No, not for this one.
Okay. So New York is gonna get 1,
1,
Madrid,
2,
and then Paris.
3.
Okay. Now Milan.
Milan is gonna outbreak,
gonna
which
outbreak.
makes
So yeah.
Milan's gonna outbreak, but not get a sticker. It can't go back this way.
No.
This place has already been hit.
No, it hasn't.
That one hit that one.
No, it
Yes.
hasn't. It has not. This one started first. This one only had 2 on it, right? This one had 2 added to it.
Okay.
Because we started here and you went boom, didn't put 1 there, you put 1 here, and then didn't put 1 there. Okay? Then this one outbreak. So you put 1 there, 1 there, and then you put 1 here. We still haven't finished this outbreak. So this one's
it's
gonna get
go
1 here.
Here.
1 here, which is
here.
not going to, because that's gonna outbreak also.
Okay. So that one needs a 4,
That one needs a 4.
which is a collapsed one.
And this goes down here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still gonna
So-
collapse, but after that, there's gonna be no more
Yeah,
outbreaks.
yeah, nothing else is gonna happen. So
Hey, Michael.
the background is super distracting. Well, don't look at the background.
Look at Drew's beard. How are you, Michael? All right. Well, we just lost this guy. Hi, everybody.
Is it distracting because it's pretty?
Or is it distracting because it's bright?
It's probably bright. I can cover it up a little bit more.
I think it looks fine. It's not. It's you only see it like under us for the most part.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's it.
We get to see you in like 2 weeks.
Yep. We certainly do.
Your beard is little. The hexes are everywhere. They're not everywhere. They're right here. This direction.
Well, the hexes are pretty, and they have different colors, and
I'm colorful most of the time.
And we just lost.
We didn't do any of the things that makes you feel even better.
We tried so hard to put the military bases out.
It moves, so my peripheral vision picks it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have to get our hotel set up.
Yeah, we were looking at one hotel, and then I backed out of that one. We hadn't booked it, but I backed out of it, and I found a different one that I like better.
So how are you guys doing? You guys not going live tonight, are you?
No, it's Monday.
It's Monday, no. How's Senor Azul? You hanging out?
Fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, this is on Instagram.
I'm posting on Instagram all day. Okay. So
I better see him at the con.
Oh yeah, are you bringing him?
He better.
You bringing Senor Azul?
I need to see him. What is happening?
At the end of your first game in May, before selecting your game end upgrades, open the following door, then draw this card. So we have to open 8.
He said maybe. I see you've been playing Pathfinder. We're opening 8 now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's like the fun.
Yep.
That's the one, like, if we've lost 4 in a row thing.
Oh, well, I mean... I like that Pathfinder game. I really do. I like the last game you guys were playing.
The last one I physically sat and watched everything through was the Arch Rivals one. The Arc Rivals? The one about knitting. And it had like the Harry Potter references and like the other geeky stuff in it. I really like that game.
Is there a sticker on there?
Yeah, this is the one if we lost 4 in a row. This is what we're going to do. Are you sure it says 8 before I open it?
It says 8 with a circle.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he must come. Yes! I would like it if he would come. Because I need to see him. And I'll promise the dog will not eat him.
Yeah, that last adventure game that you played before the Pathfinder game.
Oh god.
The stream before.
Go ahead.
I really like that one. But it just seems way too difficult to. What? Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it.
It says experimental vaccine program.
Experimental vaccine program.
This
sounds
too
real. Too real.
Right now. Alright. Urgent. Your colleagues in New Zealand have shown progress reducing the effects of new epidemics with a controversial new formula. Its application is unconventional and may cause panic when administered.
Oh,
panic? We know
no, may cause panic.
Add these 3 one-time events to the deck when you set up the game. These cards do not count against your funding level.
Oh wow! Okay, so
they're one-time.
One time, and then that's it for the rest of the campaign.
It says destroy. Like I'm not reading what it says, but it says destroy after use.
Destroy after use. I don't like that.
Experimental vaccine. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them. Increase the panic level of any one city to discard an epidemic card without effect.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, that sounds good. Destroy this card after use. No.
You don't like that part.
No. This card has no effect on the infect step of the turn. No, I will not destroy you.
I will.
Alright, so we got 3 more cards. Yeah. Of Dreams and Shadows is really, really good. The artwork is fantastic. It's dark. It's an adventure
is it?
game. It's an adventure game. It's sort of like
Why did my thing like stop working? It says that I'm here, but it's like behind.
it's you basically move from area to area, or place to place.
It told me to, Phantom.
Yeah, it says
8. Oh man, did it mean box 8 or sticker 8?
Oh, it's door 8.
Shh.
It's
Well,
okay, put it back.
No, that makes me sad now. 'Cause
No,
now
put it
I
back. Now we don't
know.
have to. Now we don't have to destroy.
That's what was like. Well, if I'm gonna have to do it anyways, then no.
Okay, so this is super like
That makes me
misleading.
sad.
Yeah, because
I
it
was
has
like, why do I need to open it if I hadn't
it
lost?
has the 8 with the circle on it right there, and that's what's on the box. It's okay.
I know.
It's fine.
Yeah, that was panel 8, not box 8. I'm sorry. That's why I was like, it has a sticker where it like, why do I need to open this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wow, you blew it. How do I put that back in there? There we go. Alright, panel 8. Let's try this again. Just
Yeah.
pretend like you didn't see that because
I don't
messed
even
up.
remember it.
I do.
You know, it was eventually gonna happen where we were gonna open something we weren't supposed to. That's how we do it here.
No, let's
But
not.
you know what? It's
Oh.
not that bad.
Okay, I gotta read rules to Steph. Can you read rules to me too?
All right,
Actually, I want Azul to read to me.
Michael. Do a whole stream with just Azul like teaching.
That's why box 8 has the big yellow sticker. I'm aware. Oh, here you go.
We don't read warnings.
Game and
Have you met
upgrades.
us?
This is what panic shit I did again.
Oh, you did it again.
I just watched myself say it on the stream because I'm delayed. I'm like, shit, I said it again. Damn it!
Did it again.
Ah!
You guys got her twice, and you didn't even have to try. So somebody catch that, unless you want to catch yourself.
Phantom did.
We're already up to 9.
This is stupid.
Add these to the pool of upgrades available at the end of the game. Use a game end upgrade to make any 3 roadblocks on the board permanent.
I want to dance. Angry.
Players do not need to put roadblock tokens on top of permanent roadblock stickers at the start of the game. I think that's awesome. We can close off.
Everything around Manila.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we can close off all the exits from the area. Like we can pretty much start.
I'm
on
pretty
that.
sure you have to put them where they are currently on the board. Yeah, well, we don't have them all.
It says to make any 3 roadblocks on the board permanent.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like how the house things are. Like you have to have one there to be able to put it there. I'm sure you're not gonna just be able to put them wherever you want to.
I literally just said, use a game end upgrade to make any 3 roadblocks on the board permanent. That's exactly what I'm saying. Any 3 on the board permanent.
I don't understand it that way.
Huh?
I don't understand it that way.
What do you mean? Well, how do you understand it?
Like how the buildings are. You can't place a military building unless it's on the board in a certain place. Or a...
Okay, I'm saying the same thing.
No, you're saying we can close off the exits, but we only have one place where it's going to close off over here. And that's that place.
Oh, we have this here.
Oh, I didn't see that one. There's a house there.
We have this, and these closing off that space. So we can literally close this off here and be okay with everything that way. Or we can choose 2 here and 1 here.
I really don't want it to come over here because this place is fine. You're confusing yourself, Miss. I mean, is that
So you get to choose 3 for 1 upgrade. So that's the cool part.
Well, like I said, I don't want all that nastiness over on the side.
I know.
So,
those are really cool. I like that. It's better
Because
than
it's not like
the box you opened. All right, so we didn't win, so we don't get this special thing.
no. Stop trying to read it.
Scratch this bonus off if you win a game in May. So
I mean, technically, it's
so
not
we can still use this if we win the game, the
in
next one.
A, yeah,
So we keep this, right?
yeah. The only one we haven't been able to do completely was.
All right, so
one in March.
so now this starts June over here.
Yeah,
So this is June. We won't have to do this until we start June.
I'm getting angry again.
You're getting angry again?
Angry.
Oh.
Yes, you have a second chance for the month. End reward.
So
Yeah.
So does that mean we never got April's?
Were we supposed to get April's?
Yeah, because we lost.
No, I thought that was one that said like you had to get it that first time or something.
Because we lost
We
the
thought about
first.
that too.
We lost early April, and then we won on late April, but we never got the winning bonus for it.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it come out. So we might have messed
February,
ourselves up for that.
January. What is this one? At the end of your first game in March. Okay, that was March.
Yeah, we lost both games in March, so
Yeah.
we're not even gonna look at that.
April?
Yeah.
Scratches bonus off if you won a game in April.
Yeah, we never
did
got that. Oh, that sucks.
Well, I mean, we can do it now. It's not like we can't. It's not saying that we can't use it at any point, right?
Well, this one helps us.
We're still in April, are we not? Oh no, we're.
Oh
in
no,
May.
yeah, this one can help us next one.
Yeah.
Next go.
That's what
So
I'm saying. It's fine.
we're gonna keep both of these, but make sure
Hey Tone, can you bring me a coin, please? Which one am I scratching now? April.
April.
And
This
this one
This
is
one
just put it back there.
up there.
What? Here?
Yeah.
I mean, you could have went the.
Unless the card specifically said first half of April, you should have scratched it off.
Yeah. I put it in the box and then Drew forgot about it too.
Well, I forgot about it too.
I said you forgot about it too.
Oh, shaky table. Yeah, we should have gotten it at the end of April because we did win that game. All right,
Well,
so
I think we were just excited that we won
Yeah.
and then we just threw it in the box.
yeah, that's what happened. All right, so we did lose. The next game is going to give us 6 funding. And hopefully we'll be able to use whatever that is from last month, since we forgot to use it.
For any game played in May after setup and before the first turn, remove a faded figure from the board and return it to supply.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't think that would have helped much. All right, let's go to
Yeah, since we can't remove them anyways. Like, if there was a way to remove them, it would be different.
the I think the military guy can take him out.
I have that stuff all over my hand now.
Sorry.
I'm faded. Oh, no. See?
No, you're shiny now.
Help.
Shiny. I'm curious.
Pokemon.
I'm curious when the next oh man, resilient population was coming up. Oh, that was the end of the epidemics.
Really? You pulled all of it?
Yeah. However, we did not have any more blue cards.
Well, we've been okay on yellow?
Yeah, because I had 4 yellow.
Mm.
I never got to. But blue would not have been okay.
Unless we met up somewhere and
Yeah, we would have had to meet up,
and then survive and then pull.
which
and then
would have been
survive.
impossible because Essen and Milan
Yeah, we can't go into.
are fallen, so I can't get in there.
Yeah.
So we'd have to meet up in London and then Madrid to even give. No, even then wouldn't be able to. Yeah, that sucked. That was
We were discarding too many cards.
yeah. That's what it was.
Alright. Go to face.
Well, we have to pick our upgrades.
You still go to face.
Oh no, that was hard.
Well, I mean, I know that we're doing this.
that
That's
was
one, right?
that was difficult. I mean, it sucked to have the cards come out and have to put figures on the board for the cards coming out.
I'm okay with doing both of our upgrades on this.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Closing off the entire...
As much as we can. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we'll have to do it on Tokyo and then we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with doing that. Because I don't really want to take any relationships or anything right now.
I think we're all stocked up on upgrades.
Because I really feel I'm gonna die.
Okay, so...
So we have to do 3 per upgrade.
3
so
per
we have to do
upgrade.
6 technically.
Yeah.
We're gonna do both for this.
I mean...
Yeah.
That's what it says on here.
Yeah.
Use a game
What's
end
the big
upgrade.
red stuff was up there?
Huh?
The big red stuff on the bottom of the card.
Players do not need to put roadblock markers on top of permanent roadblock stickers at the start of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
Where did they go? There you go. It was turned off because it was broken last time.
Broken Misty.
Did you dance for Phantom?
No.
Okay.
Why you try to trick me into eating treats?
Okay, so we're doing 6 of them.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess the optimal places is going to be here, here, here for 3.
And then Sydney, and then
here and here.
That's only 5.
That's 5. Where else could we put him?
I didn't mess up.
Yeah, she didn't mess up.
I didn't mess up that time. That's not fair. 1, 2, 3.
You can't take my
4, 5.
I tried to get her to say it.
Okay.
I can fix it in the
I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And then 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright, so you want me to put these on? Oh god. Alright, so that's 1.
No, I said no. Are you gonna put them that way?
Well, how am I supposed to put them?
On the line? It's literally
Just
a straight
on
line.
the line? But the blocking is going
Okay.
across like a
mean-
roadblock.
Okay. Does that mean technically I get to put one over here too? Because it connects.
No, but I made the roadblocks here though.
Okay.
It's probably easier to do it from here.
I know. I'm just saying the Sydney one connects here to
Okay,
Los Angeles.
yeah, but we only have so many stickers.
I know. I'm just. I was asking if that's how it works.
Yeah, it stops anything from moving over to Los Angeles.
We're gonna have to go back and listen. Did I mess up?
Yeah, sure. If stands for Phantom.
I don't think I said yes. I thought I said no.
No, I think you said no. That wasn't for Phantom. Yeah, you said no. That wasn't for Phantom. Why am I trying to make you eat dog treats or something?
I found organic ones at the store. Maybe they'll be better. Okay, that's 2.
That's 2. And then you said the one up here, right?
Mhm.
I hope we're doing these right.
I mean, that's what it says.
No, I mean like placing them the right way. I mean they're literally like little rectangle stickers.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you blockade. Yeah.
So that's essentially blocking off 2 cities there. But we do have to remember to discard a card when we
Yeah.
move. Alright, so that's 3. So we're
Mhm.
doing these 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then basically, if we put one here next time, we have this whole area like closed off. What'd you do? No mess it up.
No mess it up.
Monday stream seems like it goes on forever.
Yeah, because that's what pandemic does.
Feels like we've been streaming all day.
It's only been 2 hours and 47 minutes and 3 seconds.
We thought about the first rule for 45 minutes, to be fair.
To be fair.
Make sure you're leaving room for me to put down some houses.
I'm not sticking anything.
Okay.
The real tricky one is going to be here because of the crease.
Is that where we're putting one?
It's right here.
Then put it here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because obviously we can't put it in the crease. It won't stay.
Oh god, I'm bending this card and it's giving me anxiety.
I've had to bend a bunch of them. They're fine.
Okay.
Bend it back.
Alright, take it. Take it away.
Oh god, what'd you do?
I know. Alright. Alright, roadblocks are set. Those were our 2 upgrades.
Yeah, I figured that's a good thing to start on. So
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever gonna do that one thing.
Yeah, we almost had all of the army bases in each region though.
I mean, I guess we could have technically did that as one
It's
of the
too late.
upgrades. I'm just saying we could have.
It's too late.
No.
Ah, man. This game is really hard. I don't know how the story is going to end I don't know if the decisions we make or the wins and losses affect the ending of the game. I really hope that it doesn't do it too much.
Just gonna ask how long or how far you've come by running carts since the last stream. Yeah.
It's been rough. It's been a bit rough. I still have anxiety ripping up cards and stickers. I'm starting to be fine with.
Why is it making you do them?
I'm coming to terms that this board is going to look the way it's going to look forever.
And then we can frame it.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say what we could do then is either glue some of these pieces on for the last game that we play, and it be sort of like a forever pandemic last game. You know, that would be a decent little project to just glue every piece that is left on the board on the very last game. And that could be like a 3D poster that we can hang up. Something like that. That would be a good idea, right?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
I've seen a lot of people do.
I don't know how
what
the
are they
cards
called?
would do
Shadow
it.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a shadow box. I don't know how we do the cards, though. It'd be kind of weird. But that is a neat idea. I think that's what I would want to do. That would be the one thing that would make me feel better about everything that we're doing in this game. With all the stickers, all the ripping of paper,
I'm
everything.
gonna put all the ripped cards into a card for your birthday.
That's horrible. Why would you? That's so bad. This is the worst thing ever. Definitely possible to shadow box the game. I've seen it done. Just got to get creative. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure if we glue a lot of the cards together in sort of an artistic-y type way, it would look like it was just sort of like left like that. We can even sort of paint over it with resin in a way to keep it together. I don't know. There's so many different ways we can do it.
I was like, where are all the blue cubes? Never mind.
I think what would take the longest would be gluing these little guys onto the board as is, like right there.
Well, no, I'm not saying glue these here or glue the cards there necessarily, but glue everything that ends up on the board, like as our final, how it ends.
Yeah.
Like, so if I'm here, glue me
Yeah.
here, if there's all the blue cubes there, glue all
Yeah.
those there, and all those figures.
That would
glue
probably
there.
be the a second stream for the next day, sort of like a creative stream.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. I like that idea. That's something that we can talk about, discuss, depending on how much content is on the board itself.
Put peoples in the bag.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I feel like that justifies.
And plus, it was a gift from Dr. Sign.
Yeah, and it's just a memory that we'll have. Like, oh, Dr. Sign bought us this game, and this is our very last game of it, and this is how we lost.
This is how we won.
So, yeah, so you're sort of, I guess, immortalizing the last game of a legacy game, which is great.
I need Roblox in there.
Roblox?
Roblox.
Here you go. Roadblock.
I'm here into the green piece.
This one?
Yeah.
Plus, we already have this game.
We have Pandemic.
Yeah, we have the regular version, so. Yeah, that is an awesome idea. We shall do that.
Why you give me those?
I don't know. Where are they supposed to go?
In that bag that I just gave you.
Oh.
I said you both of them.
So, Worden, what is up? How are you doing? Did you come in off from the losers raid? Or you just pop in here? Now that you've seen us lose.
She's like, I heard they were losing. Let me go say hi.
Let me go say hi. Make sure they're okay. Okay.
I need the 2 block ones there.
So just an update. Wednesday we'll be playing Tiny Epic Dungeons with Time Roller live. Tiny Epic Time Roller live. We're gonna teach how to play it for those of you that got the Kickstarter, and those of you still waiting. You'll get to see us play it. I've already watched Time Roller play it. He's gone through the rules. There are still some rules that have to be sort of talked about, because there is an app that teaches you how to play, but it's got different rules than the book itself. So there still have to be some discussion about that. However, I think it'll be fine. I feel like we know enough about the game to play it correctly.
Oh, see, people actually look at my Instagram. I feel happy. We have like a lot of followers. I mean, I'm the only one that posts on Instagram, so I always do like random stuff sometimes, but a lot of people actually look at it.
So, Word, what are you playing? What game are you playing? I'm interested in the game.
I'm currently addicted to Pokemon Shield.
You are playing Pokemon Shield.
I really like it though.
Hey, it looks pretty cool. I'm not into Pokemon, really. But I don't mind it.
Stone Shard?
Stone Shard. I have not heard of that.
You shush, Panic. You know I have Instagram. You follow.
Early access game I just picked up to check out old style graphics, roguelike RPGs. I will have to. Is it on Steam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would assume so.
I'm currently playing through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm trying to finish it so that way I can start playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I am also playing The Witcher 2 because I got tired of playing The Witcher 1 and losing constantly. Because those of you that don't know, Witcher 1 has completely different interface, different way to play than Witcher 2.
You don't have your Instagram and your About Me on your Twitch. Yeah, I know.
It's not on there?
No, it's never been on there.
Yeah, we also have the Witcher board game. I'm moving everything. Right here. I got this from. Well, actually, I bought this off of Steph, and I don't regret it at all. There's also a digital version of this on Steam, which is also fantastic. But I want to play this, not on stream per se, but with people.
How would you know you have Instagram? Panic, you've tagged me on stuff on Instagram before. Like when you fed the streamer.
Yeah, no, there is. And there was a Kickstarter that had recently finished up. It was also it's The Witcher Old World, I believe. I did back that as well. Yeah, The Witcher Old World, I believe. That's what it's called. I don't know when that's coming in, but it's going to be a while. Yeah, for sure. Grab it on Steam. It's got the music from the Witcher games. It's got the characters. It's not too difficult to pick up. As far as the rules go, I think it kind of guides you a little bit in the rules. It doesn't hurt to watch a video on how to play it. There is dice rolling in it. There's exploration. There's quest taking, stuff like that. Just know that a single game could take about an hour or more, depending on how many players you actually set up in the game.
Weird thing says I've already got D-Food and Steph and Michael. Fill in my wish list once you start to. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we've gotten quite a few things from Steph and Michael.
Yeah, we got Aquatica, I believe. What else was there? I can't remember what else. We have so much stuff.
Seventh Continent.
Seventh Continent, yeah, that was it. Well, I mean, that's what we do. You guys watch us play these games, and hopefully it piques your interest, and you end up liking it enough to pick it up and enjoy it yourself. I think
there's another one that I forgot to tell you about today. I had mentioned it to you before, but since we got Tiny Epic Dungeons, it reminded me of it again. It's the Dungeon Decorator game.
Yeah.
I saw somebody post on Instagram earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, I remember I wanted that one."
Yeah, I've seen.
And then I remembered that I wanted the floor plan horror themed one. Remember that one?
Yeah, floor plan.
It was the H.H. Holmes inspired, I believe. They made it around Halloween time, and it's supposed to be like a horror floor plan.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember you saying something about it.
I'm playing with real humans on Wednesday. No, you're not.
Nice.
Are you playing with Dan?
Playing with real humans is always fun, but playing digitally on Discord is just as fine for me. I actually like being on like Time Roller's chat, playing the game with him.
I mean, that's how we first met Time Roller.
Yeah.
From Deepwater Games? Aquatica? Or...
No, Time Roller said I really like Aquatica. Yeah, Aquatica is a great game.
Yeah, I like it. We've only played it like once,
yeah,
though.
It's so good.
It's pretty.
Some of the tokens are hard to see, though.
The color?
Yeah, with the colors that they chose for them. Some of the tokens are just really hard to see.
Yeah, Panic. Yeah, I know I'm not making it up.
Since you're into Witcher, are you, like me, and also really into just playing the mini game Gwent in the Witcher games? I love Gwent. I believe they actually have a Gwent card game, like physical copy of it. I've seen... what have I seen? On Facebook, I've seen advertisements for it. They actually have like a player mat and stuff like that. Gwent is super strategic. Of course, it's one of those card games where you find better cards. Well, in the Witcher game itself, you play other people to get better cards. Winning gets you better cards.
Yeah, I have to see where I can.
Thronebreaker, I have that on Steam also. I love being able to run around. And the story elements to it is also amazing.
It's let's see. It's the Winchester Mystery House. I was thinking of H.H.
Winchester
Holmes.
Mystery House.
I
I remember that now.
For some reason, I was thinking of the serial killer and not this one.
Mr. Pirating My Stuff and Raiders of the North Sea.
No, that was one of the first games I ever played with Time Lord.
Mm-hmm. We might Are we gonna play that again on the Grande stream?
Possibly.
The
I know one
Tiny Epic Grande
stream. I know a few
stream?
games that I know that I want to play. I know I want to do Red Rising.
What do you guys want to see us play on the Tiny Epic Grande stream?
I know I want to play Red Rising, and I kind of want to play
We should play Aeon's End.
An Aeon's End. No. I've talked to Chris and Dre about possibly doing endgame person stuff with us too, so we could do like 4-player Aeon's End.
Panic says my wife likes stuff about the Winchester house.
Yeah, I do too. I just watch a lot of horror stuff. Some reason I thought it was the wrong thing.
True, the Cyclops. Ow! You almost poked me in the eye.
This one.
I wouldn't mind playing Horrified again.
Yeah,
Paper Dungeons, definitely I want to play that. If you guys like dungeon games and roll and writes, Paper Dungeons is fantastic. It is so good.
I just know when we play late at night, we're gonna play simple stuff.
Simple stuff.
Like the drawing game. Twister. No, not Twister.
Twister, no. Paper Dungeons, I could
We don't have a
probably
setup
compare
for
it to what's that game where you create your dungeon by putting the dice in a cup and then turning it over?
Dungeon Academy.
Dungeon Academy, yes. But instead of using the dice to create your dungeon, you sort of use the dice to use them as the action. So you can use them to move through the dungeon. You can use them to fight, to upgrade your party. Oh god, it's so good.
I still want to play Dungeon Drop too.
I think that is my favorite roll and write next to Cartographers. Paper Dungeons. Plus it has a campaign to it. It has a story you can play through. It's so freaking good. I do want to play Sentry Golem too.
Said you should do the game.
Nyctophobia on Steam, but have someone on Discord to relay chat to you.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Hold on, I do have I was working on a Nyctophobia stream friendly version of the game so that people on stream could print out their own board. What?
Is like we play, but they are gonna be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can totally do that.
Terra Mystica? No.
Game Jedi says Twilight Imperium.
Oh my gosh, that would be the entire 24-hour stream.
Oh my god, yeah.
One, we would need to go buy it.
16 hours of Twilight Imperium just by itself.
No. The only way I'll play that is if you come to visit.
I mean, we have so much that we can possibly play. Ticket to Ride Europe is still in shrink wrap.
I know, we really need to play that.
That is a huge box. We could do party games with chat. Like,
I know that we're gonna do a lot of stuff with chat because that's why we're doing it. Oh, you'll still come visit, but you don't want to play it.
Yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't mind having people come visit. But yeah, we have so many games. We might actually throw something on the Twitters or Facebook to see what you guys want us to play or want to see us play at 3 o'clock in the morning. I do want to play Dead of Winter. I've wanted to get that to the table on stream for a while.
And if we have
I
more people
adore
here
the
playing,
hell out of that
then
game.
It'll be a bigger game too.
Yeah.
It'll last longer, maybe. Until somebody's a traitor.
And then we'll also play some classics like Azul. I don't even know.
And we can think of like digital games that aren't necessarily on BGA, but still digital that we can play with people.
Yeah.
Like there's Mysterium that we can play that's digital. There's Railroad Inc. There's a ton of things.
There's so much. There's so much we can do.
I should have been planning this instead of playing Pokemon.
Legacy of Dragonholt is another one I kind of want to get on stream, but there's a lot of reading. There's not a lot of real anything. There's just a lot of reading. It's basically it's a big old storybook where we make certain decisions. If we have certain keywords, we get to make different decisions, sort of like every other Ryan Lockett game that we played.
Panic says need at least 3 for that. For Dead of Winter? Yeah, I've already kind of talked to Dre about wanting to do some tabletop stuff with us because he would be free.
Cross clues? Yeah, that could be a thing.
That might be a thing. We don't have that one. Tabletop and digital? Unheard of. I know. It's terrible.
There's other games that you guys have not seen us play.
There's not much.
We've got the Mansky Caper, which we played one. Oh, that's a story we can tell some other time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna bite your arm off if you don't feed me.
Oh my god, I fed you already today.
Do you hear this?
I literally got off of work, drove to Burger King, sat in line for 15 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
No, it was 15 minutes.
No.
For 2 burgers and a fry.
Well, you're about to go out again if you don't come on.
So yeah, we've got a lot of planning to do. Wednesday, like I said, we're gonna do Tiny Epic Dungeons with Time Roller in chat and on video, hopefully. And then Friday, we're going back to our Friday BGA, so you guys can come in on Discord and yell at us about stuff that has happened during the week, or fun stuff that's happened during the week. It's whatever you feel like.
Bought that game for $2. We got it super cheap too.
Oh yeah, it was at Ollie's, I believe.
Yeah.
Super cheap, but it's fun though. It's a push your luck game.
Yeah.
The components are pretty cool. You get these like little chests that you build, and you put
safes.
Little safes, and you put the tokens in the safe, and
I like to make things explode.
And you might set off a trap, and the room explodes,
and you might set off an 8-year-old to make him cry.
And then your 8-year-old cries because you blew.
That was so fun.
Because you blew up the room that he wanted to go in.
Oh god, that was like forever ago.
It's so fun. It's the little games, that really
make your kids scar for life.
That scar your kids. There's New Salem that we have that we've never played before.
Nope, because we need multiple people.
Chronicles of Crime we could totally do.
Yeah.
Oregon Trail, the card game, we can play as a quickie because everyone knows I'm going to die on the first card draw. And if Time Roller wants, we can do another Zombie World session if he's up for it. I love the stories that he tells. It's so good.
We could do that at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
It's like 9 o'clock for him.
Yeah, we'll set stuff up. So we're gonna go ahead and jump off of here.
Planning.
We're gonna jump off here. We're gonna go raid somebody. Who do you guys want to go see?
Time Roller.
Time Roller's on?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. When is this? Well, I mean, it was going to be on a certain date, and then apparently he's not off that date.
We'll let you guys know exactly when.
Yeah.
Diner discussion. Hey.
Diner, why do you keep coming in at the last second? We're raiding again.
Right up till the very end.
That's a loads of source. You do. You have a pod thing for that.
So, I guess...
I don't know what Time Roller's doing, but it says that he's on for me.
Keep saying you're playing Champions in Midgard. You're
Maybe
not
he's playing again.
You're not playing that again.
He might be.
Raid someone new?
What is this?
Tell loads of stories. Has he told the one about him being my dad? Yeah, I think we've heard that one.
Yeah.
I think Time Roller's playing Vivid Memories again. Must have been a good game. I don't know, you guys have somebody random you want to do? I don't know.
Oh.
Meeple Space, welcome in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi from Brazil.
How are you?
Hello from America. South Carolina, I guess.
Panic.
It's not as good as being from Brazil. I'm sorry.
Panic says 7 dungeons is a D&D stream that are cool. Do they have a lot of viewers? That's when we go try to find new players or people. It's with like very few.
Oh, you leaving already, Diner? I see. You just eat a cupcake and leave. Okay.
There were cupcakes.
There were. You just didn't know about them. Yeah. Yeah. We like doing little channels if possible.
They're only at 10. Yeah, we can go there.
Yeah, let's go there. Throw me the.
He just said what it was. It's 7 dungeons.
Okay. I didn't. All right. All right. So again, guys.
No, not nude.
Again, guys, we're gonna be doing our 24-hour. I gotta stop saying that.
It's gonna be
our tiny
72 hours.
Our tiny epic grande stream sometime in the next few weeks. We will post dates
tonight because we're gonna figure it out after stream after I eat.
Yeah, and come back on Wednesday when we do tiny epic dungeons with Time Roller.
You and Jenna wants cupcakes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look what you did.
So sorry. So sorry. I want a cupcake too.
Now you have to send her cupcakes for Valentine's Day.
What month?
We just finished the first playthrough of May, which we lost.
Yeah, first half of May we lost. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry.
We will be back on Monday to do it again.
Monday we will do the second half of May. Hopefully we will win.
It's an every Monday thing that we do Pandemic.
Yep, until the very end. And then we're gonna create a shadow box of the last game that we played.
Yeah.
So again, guys, we're gonna go rating 7 dungeons.
I was gonna say I could probably do this, but fine.
I mean, I could do it.
It's just 7 dungeons, right? Panic. Nobody sends me flowers for Valentine's Day. I don't get flowers either.
It's working. It's working. Cool. Let's go see some D&D. Getting an MRI for Valentine's Day? Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, got it.
Cool. All right. Let's head on over. Let's hear some stories about dungeons and monsters and rogues and wizards.
Camels.
And no, I don't think there's any camels in this one.
Oh, I like camels.
But let's go meet some new friends. Give them all the love because that's how we like to do things around here. Just show everybody some loves.
Panic's pee and
no, leave Panic's pee out of here.
No,
just let them. We gotta ease other people into Panic's.
Panic knew about it, so
here, okay?
They probably already know about his pee.
It's just I'm not even gonna say anything about that.
It's positive play.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over there and hang out.
It's ridiculous. No camels in this.
Oh my god.
See, Book of Nerds comes in. He's like, I know this. Everybody knows.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming in here and hanging out and watching us play. Until Wednesday, guys. Good night, and we love all of you.
Good night.
Good night.